Welcome there, traveler. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Previously on Sunday sessions,
Oh, Jesus, he's doing it.
Ulrich's charge nearly cost him his life, but with some quick thinking and the help of an unlikely if temporary friend, he survived to fight another day. Morden used his cunning and magical prowess to convince an eldritch abomination to aid them in toppling the great statue. Rin beat the shit out of what we found out to be an Arcanoloth, an odd foxman demon thing with a penchant for fine clothing. Narlag was able to reconjure David. No! After a very upset Don Squiglione was recontacted. Our brave heroes tried to have a decent rest, however the local population would give them no such peace. Will our heroes get a decent sleep? Will the Don do something drastic? Can Mitch continue to come up with more voices? Find out this week on Sunday Sessions.
You forgot about the summoning of the wee cool beasties.
I don't care.
Those fucking mind witnesses?
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, mind flayers got.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
Yeah, got a hold of a beholder.
They are horrors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but they do what I say because I can speak to them telepathy. Like in telepathy.
Yeah, but
The rest of us don't do what you say, though.
yeah,
Yeah, but like that.
like routinely.
It's actually our jam. Of
It's
not doing.
it's
Why am I know this?
it's written into like their whole backstory is that anything that like, is in regular communication with them telepathically, they will like mold themselves to like an imprint.
Here is the issue. This is where the issue is. You've got the summon greater aberration spell, right?
Mm.
That's a custom thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure summon greater demon is geared around the idea that any challenge rating 5 demon you're summoning is going to fuck you up if you step out of line. And
Yeah.
so, like, the modification of that spell to where you're summoning something that is very friendly to you
No.
isn't something that spell was ever anticipating you being able to do.
Yeah. That wasn't what I was anticipating it to be able to do as well. Like the whole thing was like
It certainly seemed like that's what you were anticipating when you did it. That was good.
okay, yes, but that was under the proviso that the thing only sticks around for a little bit. The beholder's like once it's out of my control, yeah, like I'm only able to have it for an hour tops. Like, what? It's gonna still be friends with me for like after it's been with me for like what 4 rounds? No, it's gonna be hostile. But if I can like stay with it for longer than that, then sure, there's a decent chance that I can actually get it to do what I want.
Well, I guess we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's kind of a paladin's job to get rid of horrors like this.
Yeah.
And Ulrich accepts Dave because he's part of the group.
This sounds
But you're
suspiciously
just-
like a certain necromancer and cleric in a previous
Yeah.
arrangement,
But
having
you were
issues with
lit-
things being brought back.
You were literally summoning horrors.
I mean, like, what I was thinking of doing was just going, hey, you two, just fuck off in the other direction and kill everything on sight.
All right, well, let's do
Wait,
that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we sort of at the end of the last session, we a bunch of things were happening all at once, and a lot of things happened in parallel. So I don't have a good timeline of when you were off dealing with Squiglione while we were doing other things.
Yeah, I don't.
Because
Yeah.
those skulls kept coming back to life, and we were like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And like you were saying that you were off in the other place. So maybe we just need to establish the scene and come up with a consistent timeline of events leading up to the start of this game.
Yeah.
Ryan.
So
take it
Ryan,
away.
give us a
We've established to put an individual mic in front of Ross, and he becomes an NPR host.
paint us a word picture, Ryan.
This is Sunday session.
You do have a good voice for radio.
Okay, yeah, the
We all
timeline
respect
was that you
just
guys.
calling me ugly? Is that what that was?
No, I'm saying you
That's
have a good
traditionally what
voice.
saying someone has a voice for radio means.
No, that's what you say when somebody has a face for radio. A good voice for radio is a good voice for radio.
He's technically correct.
It still hurt my feelings.
Okay, so from what I recall.
And you do have a good face for radio, but still.
Oh! Oh. I don't know if that other app where I can just do little timestamps as we go along. It's like 1 burn, 2 burn, 3 burn, 4. From what I understand, you guys, as a group, were planning to try and get a long rest in the mountain people's little campsite that was in the where Ulrich charged in and found them, then killed most of them.
I mean, they seem to get a rest there, even though in the next room, literally as I came in, they were being attacked by something else. And they seem to have set up camp there for a while, yet they hadn't been attacked before. That seems a bit
Which
weird.
something as a paladin that's been of conquest being in wars and bits and pieces does find a little bit interesting.
I mean, I find that interesting as a player, like, just because it's
More
weird.
like it's more like we walked into the central hall and lit a fire, and all the fire alarms went off, and it was sprinklers going down everywhere. But in this metaphor, sprinklers were flaming green skulls.
Well, it does actually seem a little bit like as soon as the doors opened, the things from the other room attacked them. But if they kept the door closed, so all we have to do is just close the doors and we're safe. Maybe?
They
Yeah,
do
except the
seem like
fact-
magical doors.
Except the fact that the flame skull that you guys have been just pounding on for the last hour, every time it tries to reform, is in the room where you want to try and sleep. In that time, I think, is when Narlag went off to re-summon Dave and talk with Don Squiglione. Mm-hmm. It's always a fun one to say.
It is.
I love it. So, I think, if I remember right, the last little action we had was Ulrich just basically pounding a skull into dust with his shield, and then everyone's sort of bailing out of that room and meeting up with
Breathe it
meeting up with Narlag along the balcony in the main hall.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you brought the Mind Watchers.
Mind witnesses.
Mind Witnesses. That's right.
What witnesses?
It sounds better
Witnesses.
than mind flayers.
Yeah, Mind Witnesses.
I think it's because they're similar to beholders, so like there's a whole observational thing going on, and anything vaguely.
They have
beholder
many
related.
eyes. They can look at things with their special eyes.
And they are a horrid hybrid made by
Yeah.
Illithids.
Yeah. So he brings in the horrible monsters into the room.
I think at that point, if I remember right, you were going to set the Mind Witnesses to basically guard while you get sleep. So every time the skull got up, it just got whammied by
Yeah, pretty much.
2 Mind Witnesses.
Yeah. Like, that's what I was planning on doing.
So every few minutes in our sleep, we just hit like
About every hour.
yeah, we just hit
Yeah.
clunk, bang, crash.
Yeah, I mean, I do that.
Which would give you guys an opportunity for long rest if you want to try and get that done.
Assuming we trust these abominations.
Well, there's that, and the fact that you might want to organise for watches over the rest as well. So,
For what it's worth, Rin doesn't actually need a long rest at all. I think he took a short rest when we sort of set up camp there, and that's what I think I put through, and I'm good.
Yep.
So like, if this is what we're doing, like you guys taking a long rest, Rin is going to be standing there, warily eyeing the Mind Witnesses because he doesn't trust any of this nonsense.
I mean, we can shut the door behind them so they just stay behind a door.
You get key back.
but the
over
skull's in there where you
a
want to
short
sleep.
rest or a long rest.
Short rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm completely effective after a short rest.
bastard. I didn't realize you got key back after a short rest.
Yes, I do.
Most excellent, my dude.
Right. Okay. So, for the next 8 hours, those who need the long rest basically pull up in some of the bedrolls that have been left behind by the mountain folk.
is there like a little nook off this room? Because I'm not sure I really want to be spending my 8-hour rest in a room with abominations.
Hey, we've been traveling together
Roll
a
me an
long time.
investigation.
Could you knock it off
They're,
with that shit,
they're in
please?
the other room.
Ooh, investigation, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I thought they were in the other room, weren't they?
they're in the skull is in with the room where you want to sleep. I don't think you want to sleep in the main hall, right?
No. Well, like, can we move the skull outside the room? Like,
Wait,
just
wasn't
Sweep up the pieces.
wasn't there a little
yeah,
alcove
like, exactly.
inside
Just
the-
like move all the pieces outside the room so we can have a good
it
rest.
seemed
house.
to be
That is
reforming
less of an
in a
option
location.
right now that it has been ground up into dust.
We can gather the dust.
Do you have a dustbin and brush in your personal kit? Yes.
No.
No.
But you have
I probably would have one in the cart.
Which is a day's travel away.
Yes.
We'll go back for that.
Okay,
We'll be-
here is the plan. You go to Bed Bath and Beyond. We will wait here. We'll do some redecorating. I'm really not sure what we're driving at here.
Ooh, 18. Okay, so you're investigating through the room. So in one direction is the door to the
Oh God, are they
the
here
main
too?
the main hall. Those doors are the ones that you came slamming through during the major fight and encountered the mountain folk in this room. Then to the north there is a set of double doors where that flame skull came through. On the eastern side there is a crack in the wall. It's about 3 or 4 foot wide. It looks like a fissure caused by like seismic event, some sort of earthquake
We're
or
in a
something along those
Doctor Who
lines.
episode, aren't we? Stay away from the crack.
Oh yeah, don't go in the crack. Yeah, but you can see like every now and then like a decent breeze comes through there, and a little bit of snow blows into the room through that gap, and you can see just a peak of like natural light coming through that cave.
Should we block up that gap if it's letting in cold air?
Just
I will do
stuff
something
full of
about
mind.
it.
As people who are smarter about like how weather works.
So I have a question. We are taking a long rest. That's happening.
I think at least half the squad needs it.
I mean, ideally, we don't have to. Like,
No, okay.
yeah.
Are we doing it or not? Like, we're not debating this out of character. Like, are you taking a long rest? Because
I
want to
would
know what's
prefer.
actually happening.
I'm going to be way more effective if I do.
Casimir is sort of
Why was already like cuddled up in that big woman's bedroll.
Cool. So
He
we're
he
doing
may be
this.
sniffing
I'm not-
her
Is he
pillow.
not just using his
What
tiny
I would like to just get on mic right now is that we're doing this, and like when something bad happens after this next thing, we don't rewind and say, "Oh, well, we're not actually taking a long rest," because we have a habit of doing that.
Casimir is like I've used up a good portion of my capacity. I would very much appreciate
Really sure
some
he's used up
time
his
to.
entire capacity.
Cool. And here is what I'm curious about: does Narlag go to sleep?
No.
So
No.
you're not taking a long rest.
No, I don't need one.
Okay, this is what I wanted to find out. Because
Don't you?
what I was very curious as to what was going to fucking happen when he falls asleep with these giant fucking monsters.
No, Narlag might take a short rest at most, but no, he's like trying to stay in constant communication with those things to make sure they don't fuck up.
Do you not need long rest?
No, I'm a warlock. I just take a short rest and I'm good.
It recharges his 2 spell slots.
Yeah, I have 2 spell slots and otherwise I'm fucked.
Damn. Okay.
Guys, if you can keep it down, I'm trying to have a long rest. Yeah. I'm just-
I am very sorry, Master Morden.
Wait, has he ever given us that name?
Yes, you gave
That's
us
the
that
only
name.
name he's given you.
I thought he gave us. Why?
Nope.
No.
That's
We-
the whole.
we-
That's the entire rub.
Okay.
Would have been so much easier if you just said why you.
I panicked. Okay.
I know.
Panicked? I'm pretty sure you had that one in the bag before you even started this game. Anyway, so more Warden / YU and
It's
Ulrich
Just
and,
one too many O's.
and
That's my grandma.
so many questions.
That would be too many O's.
Yeah, I thought it went the other way, didn't it? Wasn't there something about how the less O's it was?
We have spent entirely too much time on that.
My son actually changed his name by default. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it.
It's YU with 2 U's.
It's actually Cassandra. No, it's yeah.
Oh, well, fair enough.
It's look,
Good for her.
I respect it, but the relationship is strained. You want to do something with that? Power?
I would rather we just moved on because
boy.
we've done nothing in like
Casimir's already asleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's out like a light. What Rin? Actually, the 2 that are staying awake.
cutting small
Just give me perception rolls as you're keeping watch.
Perception from Rin and myself.
Yep.
Excellent.
20.
Nice. Not 20. The other end from 20.
Yes, I got the other end from 20.
I didn't actually roll a 20.
Oh
Yeah, you still did better than me.
yeah. Okay. You, Rin, are sort of sitting cross-legged in one corner of the room, with your eyes sort of fixed upon these 2 mind witnesses that are just sort of eerily bobbing in the far two corners, just slowly up, down, and a slight sort of undulation to the left and then right, as they're sort of just watching over the scene. And every so often they sort of animate a little bit more aggressively, and just a series of just like eye beams, just like laser beam onto this pile of forming dust in the middle of the room, and then they just sort of go back to this bobbing. It's like a like a milk bottle bobbing in the ocean. Just
Except picture an abomination. Yeah.
just with a okay,
A lot
a
more
really
eyes.
old bottle of milk bobbing in the ocean.
With more eyes and teeth and mouth.
I'm not actually familiar with this milk bottle of which you speak. We do not drink cow excretions where I am from.
Cow lactations.
We milk
There's still
almonds.
excretions.
Yes.
I frankly find it rather coarse and disgusting that your people habitually do this thing, but as you will.
Yeah, you still know how to milk a bit.
No.
Thank you.
That was gold. I love that so much.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Okay, Nalag doesn't really. You're sort of focused on trying to maintain your psychic link with these two things bobbing around.
Yeah.
And they're sort of just like
I'm playing like the Wii background music, like do 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 do.
every now and then you sort of hear these sort of voices. These two, because these two are in communication with each other and then in communication with you, correct? You hear them sort of talking back and forth. It's like skulls reforming. The other's like,
Every time they zap it, I call them good boys.
so it is. And just like silence as they bob around.
Because they're fairly intelligent creatures, everything else aside, right? They have
Yeah.
like an intelligence of like
It's pretty hard.
It's at least 10,
yeah, so they're like conscious, you know,
kind of.
individuals.
They were more conscious individuals, and then they got less conscious.
They're not dogs, is what I'm saying.
They're smarter than the paladin.
Yeah. Your horse is smarter than the paladin.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But
They're about as smart as cats.
so they're.
Smarter than dogs, but not as smart as people.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure
you
cats are
don't
taking
have
over
to
the world.
make a metaphor for this. There's a numerical value attached to this.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
But yeah, every now and then they're just sort of just chattering back and forth about what they're seeing is like
They can fucking talk, is what I'm saying.
psychically. They have no mouth.
They have language.
They have no mouth. And they cannot scream.
My horse has a language.
Really?
Yeah, it can understand any language I choose.
Of course.
You're
Telepathy,
some
600.
Patrick and
Oh, they have intelligence
Shitter.
of 15.
That's
he-
pretty fucking
that's
smart.
actually pretty
That's-
smart.
That's
really-
smarter than any of us.
That's nearly double my wow.
I think why you might be higher.
Maybe not white.
Wow, yeah, okay. I'm just like chilling with the dudes. We're talking sharp. Fuck you guys. Finally, decent conversation in this place.
But they start
Except
chatting.
they can't understand you, but you can understand them because they just talk to your brain.
Like we'll just like do that jock nod where it's like, hey, smart boy? Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Sup,
Hey,
So-
hey,
so-
prestidigitation? Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
sup.
Tight.
Another point that you hear sort of chattering between each other, and it's like the summoner. He's an oddity. Can you see it? And the bald one over the far side, it mistrusts us. There's a bobbing, and it also, and from Rin's perspective, you can just see like the eye stalks. It's just sort of swimming around, and then every now and then they don't lock onto a single spot, but you feel like the focus of a few of the eyes tend to not lock on, but gravitate towards one location, but not in a way where it's intense. But every now and then you feel like more of their eyes are on you than not.
These things are gonna fucking kill us.
There's not enough things in this temple that want to murder us. You have to bring in more things.
Do you point that out to me at all?
Yeah, I think I literally said that last week.
No. I mean, like them noticing you more.
I mean, that was just a vague sense that Ryan said that I was feeling. So yeah, I'm not,
Dave's sort of hovering over you, and he can speak telepathically to you as well, or is that a one-way link?
He can speak telepathically to me, and I'll pass on any messages he wants to talk to them about.
You hear his voice in the back of your head. Is like, boss, when you're getting rid of these things.
I'll be getting rid of them soon, my friend.
I was
I'll
up
talk
point.
close to the mic for that. I'll be getting rid of them soon, my friend.
The
Sorry, just a second. Are you still using that accent even telepathically?
Yes, just to stay in character.
Okay, cool.
Because
So that,
otherwise,
like, at that point, you've just fallen into it in your head. That's how you think now.
well, like if I don't do that, eventually I'll just randomly talk like Narlag, and it'll be weird, like really weird.
I like to think that like there's a form following function aspect to it. While you've made yourself look like an elf, like you can't help but not talk in that way.
Mm.
Like when like part of your Narlag form is the weird southern accent.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Makes sense.
your internal voice is somewhat related with your external visage.
Like he has to behave like how the person is. Anyway,
But you hear Dave's voice in the back of your head is like, if the big boss sees you messing with these things, he's not gonna be happy with you.
I know very much. Eventually, I'll be sending them off, and well, we can.
When are you gonna be done with this look?
Why do you care, my friend?
It's like having the inside of my brain coated with honey, and it's not a comfortable feeling.
Just as soon as this elf man is gone, no longer.
Why? Since when do you care what some elf thinks about you?
It can be advantageous to appear as an elf sometimes. I'm sure you've noticed this in the years we've been traveling together. I've done many disguises.
You're the boss.
I appreciate that, friend.
When these lot get up, these things are gonna go away.
Absolutely.
I can't do that accent. I flubbed it so bad.
I'll be sending them in the other direction to us. Hopefully they'll be killed by whatever is there.
Your call.
Is that something you would sense? Or you... Because if you just send them off...
Actually, I could just send them off towards Strahd. No,
That would fix the situation.
Yeah, but like he might try to take control of them.
Yeah.
Also, the very real possibility that as soon as they're out of your like area of
They'll just start going
telepathic
killing
communication-
randoms.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that seems like a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, that seems like a neutral thing to do.
Yeah. But so if you just send them off into the temple and they die, do you know that they've died?
No. Like, cause like once I've stopped concentrating on the spell, like, I didn't know when the Otiug instantly died.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you did because you were there when it happened.
Yeah,
You saw the ooze come out from between the bits of statue, so you did sort of instantly know when the Oto died, but by more traditional means.
Yeah, I didn't metaphysically know when the Otiug died.
It's
I,
one of those instant passing medicine rolls. Your passive medicine roll was 20 on that one. But okay, the 8 hours passes about every sort of 45 minutes, I'd say. Some of the lighter sleepers get sort of roused by the sounds of basically a small beam shot towards the middle of the room.
Other
Yes,
than
actually.
Morden and myself, who else is sleeping?
Casimir is also sleeping.
Okay. So he must be the only light sleeper, because I don't think Morden is, and I'm definitely not.
Why using the corner, sort of doing like Tai Chi?
But the 8 hours passes. Those who have needed the long rest have long rested.
Yay! I can breathe lightning again. Although, well, actually, I don't think I used it last time.
But you can do it again anyway.
But I can do it again anyway, and I can cast spells again. And I can heal.
It's coming up, Ulrich.
Casimir sort of rouses first out of the
Just woke
three of
up,
you,
that's what that...
and sort of wanders over and sort of sits next to Ulrich's form, and sort of waits for him to rouse. And as Ulrich sort of sits up, clunking heavily within the armor, is sort of turns to you and is like, Master Paladin, do you have like holy water or something of that sort of thing on hand? Because I believe that could be a solution to our skull problem.
There's a ceremony spell. Does that wait? I can't remember if I can create holy water that way.
You can. There's a you can make it, and I think it just ends up taking an hour and costing an amount.
And costing
of,
an amount of money, yeah. But I'll double check whether or not I have it in my equipment.
well, if you take a long rest, you can just like. Yeah, if you take a long rest, essentially you can pick that spell and then cast it.
And he turns over to YU as Morden, and Mr. Morden,
Please, that's my father's name.
Morden. M. I believe that
Yes, I was calling him M.
M is fine. M is fine. We're off.
within
So are you
your
against the
with
spell again?
Casimir, but within your collection in your tome, do you have access to the dispel?
These are all good questions.
I think I actually asked you that last session.
I don't have dispel. No, I've got counter spell. That's what I
I'm
was
trying to
thinking.
find a solution for this because unfortunately this is not something I've got within my capacity.
The. But what exactly are you trying to dispel here? The skull.
The spell that keeps these skulls animated. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe either breaking the spell that animates
I'm
them
just
or
trying to figure out what spell to unprepare first.
or striking him down with holy water might sort these things out once they're in this state.
Well, yeah, but the whole spell's a second level ceremony first.
Yeah, but you can pick as many spells of like first or second.
True, but
You
I
just have
yeah.
a limited amount of slots per spell.
No, I don't, and it's not in the Dead Foxy Boys spellbook either. So that is a big fat 0 on dispel magic.
Yeah. All right. So I need 25 gold, a vial of water, and an hour.
Ryan, would I have had enough time to like
Presumably water as well.
to take a closer look
I
at
said
the
vial of water.
the robe that I got?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check on that one if you want.
Wicked. That would be a 8.
8.
Mhm.
Well, we already established it's magic because that came up with Wayu's assessment with the detect magic.
I'm like, cool magic robe. It's magic.
You're picking over it.
Just saying it in like a suggestive way, like
There are several like patches sewn inside the lining, like that look like they're not there to repair holes. Each of those seem to be imbued with some magic.
Yeah.
scratch and sniff, but magic.
So with ceremony,
That's what you get with an 8.
Do I know what they
You
look
can
like?
marry people.
I can marry you.
They look
and
like
when
patches.
you're
That's
for
what
the
you
next
get with
7
an 8.
days, while you're within 30 feet of each other, you get +2 AC.
So what you're saying is that we need to like cast a spell that clones each of ourselves, so we can marry ourselves.
I was just
I
going to
don't
marry.
think that's
I-
what it was
I'm
saying
pretty
at
saying that at
all.
all.
I am
No.
straight up confident that's not what he
Yeah,
said.
that's not what I was thinking at all. But I was just going to marry all of you together, and then you all get the +2 AC, and then somehow we can divorce. Like you can all get divorced at the end of that week, and I'll marry you again.
In that
In
line of
character,
thinking,
I find this proposal that you're putting forward repellent, and I am not on board with it at all.
and like on that, was our in your thinking, was our consent part of your process there?
Well, it would
You,
have
what,
to
what
be.
you were saying was, I will marry you, not would you like to get married. Is this, are we just
Well, no,
gonna,
you
are
have
we just
to
going to
be-
wake up one
you
morning
have
and
to
it's
be
like,
willing,
what the
like-
hell is this? And why
Wake
do you
up.
have the same, oh, god damn it, he did it again.
Wake up, Mazel tov.
You have to be willing participants, and you would have to be willing to be married to that other person. So.
Presumably, we would
That would
also
be-
have to be
that sort
in
of,
love.
yeah, implies the willing participants part.
Yeah, yeah. But and I don't know how divorce works in that scenario either. There's no like,
Presumably, you can't get divorced.
I mean, it's D&D.
There's-
They're probably expecting you to die before that comes up, frankly.
oh wait,
Yeah.
sorry. A creature can only benefit from this right again only if we're widowed. So we need to find random people we don't care about.
Or, like I said,
Or
we
the other
find-
thing, marry for the purpose involved
Yeah.
intended.
Well, like I said, we,
Hold on, I'm going to throw out a crazy idea here. How about we not game the system in dumb ways? Challenging thought, I know.
like I said, if we get clones of each other, we don't have to worry about that. We just kill the clones and do it again.
Why are you stuck on this? I'm sorry, are you halfway through a fanfic chapter and you're stuck on the thought?
It's not fanfic.
No, I
I'm
think
one of the original creators.
I think you'll find he's already prepared our clones, and he's just trying to get us used to that idea, so we actually want the clones. And he's like, "Hey, here's
real,
something
guys?
better."
Hey,
How are we
hey,
gonna
hey,
cross this? How are we
can
gonna cross
we,
this
like-
ravine if only we had like a bunch of clones?
Can we like move along?
We've been 45 minutes, like, sleeping in a room being very worried about a skull powder.
Okay, so you guys are all up and done with that, like the long rest, right?
Yes.
Right. The mind witnesses are fucking off.
Where are
Simon.
you sending them? What
are-
did you call it, Simon?
Yeah, Simon Garfunkel.
Oh my god.
Not Hall and Oates.
please head out of the temple and go towards the giant castle.
If I don't just put
Wait.
Hello Darkness, my old friend
Sorry,
into this now, I am just doing like a massive
I have
travesty.
huge problems with this. You're sending them out into the just the generic population.
You don't know where they're going, though.
You just said well, okay. All right,
Mentally.
all right, okay.
Like,
But
what,
no,
what
but,
part
okay.
of I talk to
But
their
that-
brains don't you
Okay,
understand?
but you're-
Let's let this play out then. He's correct. We can't hear what he's saying. So all right, just
And then-
describe that scene. What happens next?
At
They
this
start
point,
to float away.
yeah, they
In what direction?
Out the main door,
Hold,
up
on,
the-
hold on. You just said an instruction to them, and now it's Ryan's job.
Oh, yeah.
they sort of pan around the room and they see the gap, the crack in the wall where the snow's blowing through, and they sort of just float through that space and head off into the outside wilderness. And you sort of hear them sort of chattering back and forth. It's like, because you got like 600.
They got
yard
600. They have 600 feet range. I have 30-foot range.
Okay,
So like they
as-
can keep on chattering to me, but I.
you can hear them sort of chattering between each other as they're exiting. It's like, it's quite cold out here. I think that fool is trying to kill us.
Wait, am I still in range with them?
And then the connection breaks.
Oh, I poke my head up. I'm not trying to kill you. I really do want you to head over that way.
You
Yeah,
sent
okay.
two things made of just flesh and eyes out into extreme cold conditions that you guys had to rug up for.
Yeah. Also, as soon as they've left, I've then just stood up and gone, "What the fuck?"
It's also very hard for beholder type creatures to wear scarves.
Fact.
So Dave
And
seems
it's-
to do it all the time.
And
Yeah, but David's
nine-hole balaclavas just don't really offer the same level of protection.
It becomes really expensive to get like turtleneck sweaters for them.
I think it's octopus neck.
So are we actually going to roleplay that now?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah,
what the
okay, okay,
fuck?
okay,
Like,
okay.
what they've just gone out, you just sent them out into the world. What the fuck?
I've sent them to go fight Strahd. What is your issue?
And you know they're going to do that?
They are obedient.
Are they?
I very much believe they are obedient. The entire time they were here, I was in communication, and they were doing as I asked, willingly.
Yeah, that goes back to the key point of the entire time you were here. They're not here anymore, and you're not with them.
Is this in character or out of character?
In.
Okay.
You've just sent them out, assuming they survive the conditions out there, which I don't know if they will. They probably will, because, you know, that's how these things work. There's an entire population between here and that castle.
Well, I can hope for the best.
I
They'll be flying through the air. At worst, they will see a couple of civilians.
and do, what do you mean at worst? They'll see a couple of civilians and what?
Maybe they'll terrify some of the populace, but I genuinely do not believe they will attack anyone on sight. I told them to attack the castle.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about this right now.
Isn't that?
I mean, we can definitely go after them and put those vile creatures into their graves. That is certainly an option open to us.
Is it? Because they've just flown off, so we can't fly. Well, I can't fly. You can.
Yes, I can.
Yes. Are you able to catch up to them?
However, we do have some business to conduct in this temple we're in right now. I would suggest we do that rather than be distracted by more of these monsters that Nalak has created for us.
Casimir is like, I'm with Master Eladrin. We're here to do it. We're here. You guys.
Well, as I
I'm-
pointed
I'm-
out, there's nothing I can do about this right now. So, other than to pray to Mars that he kills them.
I would suggest we be on our guard in case those monsters come back at our backs and wish to eat us and feast upon the liquids contained within our forms.
They have no mouths, they cannot eat.
I'm just gonna say a quick prayer to Mars and I hope he sends some Martians down to kill them.
I mean, that's just weird. Like, I mean, they have to eat, right?
Not always. Dave does not
That was
require.
out of character. That wasn't in my voice. They have to eat though, right? That's weird.
I mean, like, Dave technically doesn't have to eat. I feed him bacon because he likes bacon.
Don't look
Also-
at me for clarification on this one. I don't know. They don't have mouths. I don't know what they do. I think they
Wait.
eat. I think they eat hopes and dreams.
At this point, we all know about the fact that we're stuck in this realm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time you summon something, that thing is now also being stuck in this realm. So you're actually filling this realm with more and more horrors.
I mean, we killed some of them. We killed the Odiog. It's just work for ourselves at this
We
point.
killed the
really.
Otyugh with a lot of ease. In your mind, what is making you think that it's going to be any harder to kill those things?
Well, I don't know what other shit you can summon. Like,
You brought a
yeah.
tentacled tooth monster into the world, and then two things that looks like what a
Also,
what
we-
the
tentacles
boogeyman would be scared of
Also,
going to
we
sleep
know their
with under
souls
his bed.
can't leave this realm. So what's to stop their souls from, like, just...
They're
suddenly-
abominations. They're soulless.
I suppose that's something I would probably understand as a paladin.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe.
or,
I don't know.
or that is literally just a thing that Nalak made up on the spot just then. Because that's certainly what it's like to me.
Yeah.
I just want to be on the record that Rin has never trusted Narlag at all,
Yeah.
ever, and has voiced his concerns about Dave at every opportunity because it's a monster controlled by a monster, double monster.
Monster,
I
Monster
mean,
Square.
like we've talked about it, like that is
Yeah.
Rin's entire perception of Narlag is that Narlag is an evil wizard.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to just pray for a couple of minutes just to Mars to hope he sends some Martians down to kill those things. And
Rin
then,
makes no pretense of being
um,
like a good and righteous character.
do we still need
He's
holy
just
water?
recruited these other individuals to help in the quest.
Casimir's like, if you have the ability to make holy water,
It
that-
takes an hour.
what would the? Is there something the rest of you guys can do while the paladin prepares some holy water?
I'm afraid there is nothing I can do. No, sorry. I'm afraid there is nothing I can do. I don't think there's anything any of us can do aside from our paladin friend here.
I mean, as far as it goes for beginning to proceed into the further into the temple, I'd rather not be here any longer than we need to be.
Like I said, I don't think there's anything any of us can do. And aside from maybe Rin getting his cloak ready.
You're talking about the height of the Arkanoth.
He's look, Rin's just got it draped around his shoulders. To what are you referring?
It's
A
still a
couple of
bit.
flies around it at this point.
It's still a bit bloody, my friend.
It is no worse or better than those rags you draped yourselves in.
Excuse me, but I wear fine silk suits.
As I said, rags. Thank you.
They're literally clothes made from caterpillar shit.
Caterpillar shit.
Caterpillar shit. What?
Silkworms.
No, that's not caterpillar shit.
Yeah, that's...
Silkworm shit is also different
I
to
know.
silk.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
we
let's
are
talk about
we
it
are
some more.
on target. What? While okay, this is not Casimir talking. While Ulrich is preparing some holy water, what's the rest of you guys doing?
I mean, I could probably do it if one of you guys leads me along. Like,
You've got to really lead it down
No,
during a ritual.
but,
You're not going anywhere while that's happening. What are the rest of you doing in the meantime?
All right. Well, I'm going to say that why he wasn't in the room for any of that because I cannot logically pass the bit where he sends them off and they get as far as getting outside. I can't think of a scenario where I would have let that have happened. They
Okay.
would have got to fireball in the back of the head if I was in the room for that. No fucking way. Those things getting outside the door. Absolutely not.
Oh wait, no.
I mean,
So I'll
if
be
you
like-
wanted to try that, like,
I'm
I'm game
out
for
of the
helping
room.
that out.
I was out of the room. If I come back and those things are gone, I'm going to have some questions. But in the meantime, like God said that those things got out the door, so I couldn't have been in the room for that to happen. That's all. Copying something out of the spellbook.
Okay, and that takes about that's
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. So yep, like as soon as I'm imagining like Christmas morning,
Mhm.
like as soon
What
as
do you- which
as
one
soon
do
as
you-
like I wake up, like
Which one-
it's spellbook day.
do you have to do that all in one go, though?
I think you can break
Yeah,
it
it says
up.
really.
Yeah, I believe
so
you can break
if
it
you
up.
just spend an hour while I'm doing, then you've done half the spell. So.
Yeah. All right. I took off and found a quiet spot in one of the other sort of alcoves and sat down and started doing my homework.
Okay, so are you going to go through areas that you've been to before? Or are you going to look around? Actually, what's everyone's passive perception?
16.
14.
9.
Another number.
Higher than 10.
Passive perception, 10.
10. As your
Rin is aware. He is one with the flow of the G force in the universe.
your
So he's wanking.
now that those couple
Yeah.
of now that those
That's how he gets his cheat
couple of aberrations have drifted off into the wilderness, you're actually now sort of able to look around the room a little bit, and sort of most of the rooms are sort of got this coating of amber most of the way around. Just a thin coating. It gives you sort of this yellowish sheen to everything as you're going around. But you notice just on the southern wall, just like the slightest seam cut into the wall, about the size of a door.
Investigate it, I guess, to see how it opens.
I think that's quite lucky that the first room we actually decide to properly investigate, we find a secret door.
Would it be a perception sort of thing to
A lot of
try and
shit
find
seems to happen.
anything to do with
It
it?
is
or-
the perception to find it in the first place. I was asking the thing, but investigation, yeah, roll your investigation.
I don't have a good investigation. It's a 9. It's a 9 to try and open it.
Okay, so yeah, you investigating over, you sort of see the seams on one side are slightly wider than the other, giving the indication that that's the side that's going to sort of open up where away from the hinging section.
Rin walks up to it and goes, Mello.
What does that mean, friend?
Boo.
It's like, way to speak elf. Elf.
That was a Lord of the Rings thing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah. Because I looked up Bill the Pony the other day. He's a real thing.
What, in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't lying.
No, like I had no
He's
idea.
in like the first two movies.
I thought it was an in-joke.
I know the
They
first.
never actually say his name in the movies, but in the books,
No.
it's all over the place.
No,
think
yeah,
that
the
the-
movies, I think they cut him out.
Oh, he's definitely there.
He's in some shots, and I think there's like
Is
a
he?
deleted scene in the extended version where like Sam like calls him a good pony and by name and everything, and sends
Oh,
him off.
yeah,
'Cause they send him off before they go in the mines.
Sorry, I do remember that, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else, yeah.
But, yeah.
But in the books, it's like a whole thing about Bill the Pony.
Don't remember that at all.
Do you remember the guy that you gave like the gold coin to? And you're like, this is for you.
You're talking to me right now?
You don't remember
Okay.
the guy that you got the pony off?
You're sort of investigated over. You can't sort of see any sort of locking mechanism or anything to it. It looks like it is just a door that would push open. And yeah, if you give me a strength check, or if you want to get someone else to give you a hand, you can do that as well.
I got a oh, that's the same. Sorry, strength check is just +1. 17.
Fantastic. You sort of put your shoulder against it and sort of like push it.
I imagine he sort of like collects himself and sort of does a centering and then like two-handed thrust forward.
And yeah, this it hasn't been open for some time. It's a little dust starts to fall away from the top of the door as you push it open. But yeah, this door sort of creaks. It's stone door covered in amber, creaks inwards and inside.
Please be Acacia magical weapons. Please be Acacia magical weapons.
Okay, there is a.
There's a guy on a dunny.
It's a
Someone's
lot.
in here!
Occupado. It's a room about 10 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah, he saw the fight earlier and he's just like, no, fuck this, I'm standing here.
What did I find? What did I and no one else find, right?
Carved into the south wall of this dusty space are cylindrical holes fit for scrolls or maps. There's like
are there
alcoves of.
Are there any
there are.
scrolls or maps in any
Yeah.
of these holes that you don't know?
Roll me an investigation.
I rolled a 20.
An actual
I
natural 20.
rolled a natural 20.
So you're picking through, and like you've gone up to a few of them. Like you pull out like these, they're like leather cases and everything. You pull them out and like open up. It's just this puff of like musty air, and you go to reach it, and any of the paper in there just like crumbles to dust and powder. So I'm going to give you something because that was a good one.
What's a good one? It was the best one.
You pick
best
through
one you can do.
oh yeah, you pick through a bunch more of them, and come across one where the seal on the leather casing is still really good. Like it's got the wax and everything all laid around the edge, and still seems intact. Cracking this one open, and there is a scroll, written in sort of like arcane font.
Can I read it?
Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No.
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 I'll. So there's nothing else in there. It's just the scrolls and stuff.
Yeah, it's a scroll repository essentially.
So you're like busy like copying, like very distracted copying shit into your book at this stage.
Yeah. Like all the papers spread out. Like don't touch it. It's a system. I've got a system.
Like you've got a book in front of you, I'm imagining, or something. Like Rin comes up and just pushes the book out from underneath your nose. It's like, look at this.
Which one is it? Oh, hello.
This is more important than what you are doing.
Yeah, it is. It's far dustier. The dusty things are the best.
I cannot read this gutter tongue that it is written in. Would you be able to possibly interpret it for me, wizard?
It's some sort of dead language, perhaps French.
Bonjour.
Would you?
Crazy gibberish.
I much more appreciate the Futurama jokes than
That joke translates
Arcana.
so well.
it's done so well.
So I have proficiency in Arcana.
Yep.
Am I rolling anything?
Yes,
or,
please. You're
alright.
rolling that.
That is the thing that I am rolling. That is a 15.
15. You look over this scroll, and it's old ways of writing down spell scrolls. Like you've seen some of this stuff in like libraries of. It's a good 400, 500, 600-year-old ways of laying out spells. It doesn't have sort of the modern layout, but
It's just magic missile.
It doesn't have like hyperlinks or anything.
yeah, essentially, it's not laid out in a sort of an intuitive manner. It's sort of flowing rather than step by step.
And then you do this incantation, and then this incantation, and then this incantation.
It's like when you're trying to just find a recipe for scones, and the website is like, when I was a young girl, my grandma like, fucking shut up, just get to that. How many cups of flour?
Fucking hate those.
It's the
It's,
worst.
anyway, but
First world
you Rin sort of sitting down opposite Wayu, watching his process, just sees Wayu's eyes.
Like you got all this stuff later where Rin is like cross-legged, like just leering as you're reading it.
and you see Morden's. The right number this time?
That was spot on.
Okay. His eyes sort of widen a little bit. So there's this slight like grin on one side of his mouth. And it's like, what you see there is an old version, but perfectly usable version of Dispel.
Well, you better fucking use that, mate.
Well.
It's an old code, but it checks out. That's a Star Wars reference.
That is well done. Have you played Star Wars Monopoly recently? That wasn't Monopoly. It was Trivial Pursuit.
True. Yeah, I did. And I fucking owned house.
That sounded like it was in character.
I'm so present in the moment right now. Also, welcome to the Sunday sessions. I'll be your host today. Sorry, just the microphone's doing it.
Yeah, I know. It is.
It's
Actually kinda nice
It's doing
having-
things to me.
It's doing things. I'm feeling the stirring deep inside my
Loins.
Quiet places.
quiet places.
Loins.
Nalag. While everyone's sort of doing their various preparations, Rin's found himself a secret chamber. Wayu/Morden has been studying and then studying anew. You're getting pretty close to getting a vial of holy water ready. You've basically just been sort of like focusing your energy into this pot of water, essentially. Every now and then, sprinkling in like sage and bits of like powdered
Sipping a
silver.
little bit just to test it.
At some point, you're going to have to deal with a skull reforming in the middle. What's your plan?
Keep Eldritch blasting it until everyone's ready.
Everyone's there is around the room, like concentrating on this very little.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That is so much better than anything I was going to describe. It's exactly that.
Blasting through the snow.
Okay, hour's done. You've got yourself a vial of holy water.
Yay! This is Martian juice, everyone.
Martian juice. God, gross.
It's got electrolytes.
It's what plants crave.
I actually got an opportunity to use that in general conversation the other day, and nobody got the joke.
That's fair enough. It wasn't a very widely spread movie.
It was a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
Why are you? I'm assuming you've got an hour in on the one spell you were working on.
Yep. I'm sort of at that point where you're sort of flagging a little bit. You're like, maybe now it's time to put the kettle on. Put the bookmarks in, close everything up, come back fresh in the morning.
Yeah, Dispel Magic is the one that you got this third level spell. That scroll, third level spell. So it's going to take
That's a third level.
It's a third level spell, so that's going to take a few. I think it's an hour per spell level.
Yeah,
And 100 gold per spell level, if I remember
I
right.
forget the cost, but it's an hour per. Yeah.
So is that's to copy it?
Copy it into your
Okay.
book. Otherwise, it's a scroll, which is one use.
Yeah.
Can you
yep,
do
yep.
third level spells? Yeah.
I'm up to 4.
Right.
It was going to be like if I didn't get an opportunity to get like Dispel Magic at some point, I was gonna. Sorry, if you didn't get the opportunity to get Dispel Magic at some point, I was gonna switch out all my other spells for it because we need it eventually.
Yeah.
You need it now. Truth be told.
Luckily.
And isn't it convenient? Although you still have 3 hours of copying it. But
Casimir sort of like wanders over you. Is like, how did you go, Sir Paladin?
here we go.
Well, let's. We've got a prime example here. Let's test it out.
Now, do I know how to use the holy water in this scenario?
In this situation, one vial will be good
Knowledge,
for 4
religion?
uses. Yeah, knowledge, religion. I've probably already given up the ghost here. You had me at hello.
If you don't roll correctly, forget what he said.
Ooh, are you able to assist on that roll? Your knowledge is fairly high, aren't they?
In the arcanes.
Yeah, but I assume at least default religious roll would probably.
No, I
be
know
that.
religion as well. Like I'm all over the shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm like the go-to guy for like
He's a
knowing things
scholar.
about stuff. I'm a fucking scholar.
Do you want to
And a
assist in
gentleman.
that roll?
We're giving you the advantage to roll again.
I rolled a 4 and I get a +2, so.
Roll it again.
Yay! I got 19. So
I like to
21.
think. I like to think it's less assisting and more just chiding.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, be better. This is your fucking job.
Yeah, I got
Sorry,
21.
I'm putting words in Yu's mouth, but
No,
I
no, no.
feel
That
like
was,
I nailed it.
That was on there. Your religion is garbage and nonsense anyway. But you should at least know what kind of garbage and nonsense. Oh my god.
I got 21 this time.
You're looking at you would want to sort of do the whole like sprinkling
Yeah.
and
Power of
and
Christ
a-
compels you.
yeah, that whole deal
Yeah,
on
Mars,
the
get it right.
on the subdued remains. So once it's sort of not flaming and now on the sort of powdered on the ground, sprinkle some holy water on it. You'll get about 4 uses per vial that you've created, which we've got 1 so far, to hopefully break the enchantment that animates these things because they are
Okay.
undead.
Well, I mean, you've just bombarded it, haven't you?
Yep.
So we're not going to know for a little while, and we're pretty much planning on leaving now, aren't we? So
We like we
Hang around long enough to see.
We will
sort
have
of-
known-
it reforms pretty quickly. I think
Yeah.
it just takes a while to come back together. If it doesn't do anything after like 5 minutes, like job done.
cool. All right.
stuff.
Yeah, I do the thing and pray to Mars.
All right, so yeah, you sort of do the sprinkling of like a hand load of this holy water. The ashes and dust of this skull just sort of like you see a visible sort of like vapor come off them that almost has like a white glow to them, and then just disappears into the air above you.
See, the fizzing is how you know it works.
Well, Bryn's there while this is going on. Seeing that, I think Bryn's going to go, perhaps we should invest in more of this holy water. This may be effective for dealing with the vampires. Remember how we had this issue earlier?
Yes. That is true.
Remember what you're doing right now. Don't forget it like you forget everything.
ow. Like
Yeah. I don't. Okay. Like I don't really see that as an insult. I do forget everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. I actually forgot.
You forgot.
Um,
you sometimes forget about how you forget everything as well.
Yeah, I
That is
had
why
actu-
I was saying this.
I had actually forgotten that.
Okay. You
This-
you
I
sort of
just thought that, like this is a good tool in a kit sort of thing.
you sort of sit there. You know, you've got reasonable evidence that something's happened there, but you stand there for another sort of 5 minutes. Nothing seems to happen. Another 5 minutes, but getting to the 10-minute mark.
You appear to have quenched the flame.
And
Martian
these
juice is good for that.
these remains are just stationary. They are, for all intents and purposes, done. You have 3 more charges in that vial.
Cool. Let's hope we don't face 4 of these things.
Let's go and do something else now.
Please, for the love of God.
Okay, on that, to the north, you.
We solved his tedious skull puzzle.
Well, it's either that or every hour you have to re-kill it. Okay, so on the northern wall there's a set of amber double doors, which is the area where the skull that you just finally finished off after 9 hours at this point. That one's so that's where that came from. To the the east, there is the double doors that you charged through into this room originally. To the south,
Good times.
is the secret chamber that Rin discovered, and to the west is that crack in the wall that leads to the outside.
Let's go north.
North?
Follow me. We shall go north. I will scout the way.
I have no reason to doubt you, Master Rin.
Okay.
You know, I don't really appreciate you taking this whole thing as an extended giving my character shit thing. It's kind of grating after a while.
I'm not giving you a character shit.
Okay, you're just doing an unflattering impersonation.
No, I'm doing an elf voice.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem. I'm really not doing Rin's voice. If I was trying to do Rin's voice, I would be trying to talk a lot more stilted and robotic. I'm sorry it came off that way.
North.
North.
We good?
Let's
Okay.
kind of move on with this thing.
Opening these doors, these double doors back up
Kill
again.
the wizard.
Shh. The walls of this 20-foot wide, 70-foot long arched corridor are sheathed in amber. The southern half of the wall is scorched by fire, and a charred corpse lies on the floor here under a burned fur cloak. Several amber doors lead from this hall, and 3 arrow slits are cut into the east wall. And don't have to worry about the next bit because you've already killed that.
Good.
So yeah, you've got, as you're looking down there, you've got arrow slits on your right hand side. Then you've got 3 doors on the left wall, and then some double doors on the far end of this corridor, and a charred body on the ground about 10 feet in front of you.
Do you want investigation or medicine to kind of investigate or to kind of see what the charred body died from and things?
Whichever one you want to use that. If you want to do the
I mean, it obviously.
What did the charred body die from?
It may be a little bit
Oh.
beyond help at this
Hey,
point.
he could
Old
have died.
age.
He could have died from a sword, like a sword to the gut. You don't know.
A flaming sword.
He could have been flamed afterwards. Who knows?
Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do medicine or do you want to do investigation? You
I
choose. and
mean,
you tell me tell me
Actually,
what you're looking for.
To be honest, I think they're exact same roll for me. Oh no, okay. So
The difference is what answers I give you.
I'm gonna roll
What killed this guy?
medicine.
Medicine.
I got 16.
16. Okay. Looking over the charred corpse. Yeah.
And
Fire
yeah,
kills.
am I able to tell like what was he before he was a flaming corpse? Like
Oh, okay.
Right before, he was a flaming alive person.
yes, but what kind of person?
A screaming one.
Probably not all too happy.
Yeah,
May have shown signs of
You don't
depression.
know, he might have like got off on that kind of thing.
Okay. So you can put 2 and 2 together on this one because even you can handle this. The flame skull that just came out of that room is probably the cause of death. Before
Yeah.
that point, and judging by their sort of garb and equipment that's sort of caught underneath the body, charred robes, long staff, and there's a book on the belt, but that has been basically mostly charred to cinders. But you would wager some sort of spellcaster, some sort of sorcerer, wizard, something to that effect.
Yeah.
The books, even as you're looking over, well beyond salvage.
Pretty shitty magical.
Man.
Aren't magical books
But
like
the
immune to that kind of thing?
stone,
No.
the staff,
Yeah.
that's intact still. But yeah, human spellcaster of some form.
Already got like the plastic gloves out, and the glasses with the telescopic thing, and the big tweezers, and having a look at the staff.
Okay. Investigation, and run me through what you're doing.
Pretty much. What was the process for the Iki stick?
Well,
You had like a leather glove and everything and picked it up.
Yeah, yeah,
And
like big heavy leather gloves.
you also
and-
did like a detect magic to make sure it actually was magic. And see if
Yeah.
you could learn what school it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine like it's like a set standard process, including like pulling like a hair out and like dropping it over the staff to see if like human contact does something to it. He's across this.
Yep, okay.
He's done this shit before.
Run me through your process in order, and I'll tell you what happens.
Okay. Arcana check at a distance. So
Okay.
just like looking for any like fun rooms.
Roll
That is a 13.
It is definitely a magic staff.
Yeah.
In case you hadn't picked up on that one. Runes wise, there are references to frost in the runes that are down the side.
Now, he obviously died from the flaming skull thing.
Yes.
Is it possible he cast it? I'm asking Maud
Oh.
That he created the flaming skull.
and it just backfired on him, or like that? Like, can you? Well, are you able to determine this in your
I
investigation?
would absolutely tell you that no, it is possible to have like negative discharges of a frost staff, but that generally doesn't manifest as explosive fire. It's
Oh, I
usually
didn't
like
realize it was a
explosive
frost staff. Sorry.
cold. Well, I'm sort of fucking guessing at this point, but yeah. All right, I'm happy enough to pick it up and give it like a close up investigation.
Right.
I really like just like how nerdy you make him sound about like magic items and spells and shit. That's actually really good.
It is a nice flavor piece.
Yeah.
It's magic's interesting.
Okay, so you pick this up with that leather gloved hand, and you feel like the chills sort of run up your arm as it sort of like the power sort of aligns with your own. And you sort of feel this sort of like a personality, an essence to it, and it's just like a desire for power and the willingness to do anything to obtain it.
Oh god, it's the dread staff of Elon Musk.
You now have the following flaw. I crave power above all else and will do anything to obtain more of it. But you also have a Staff of Frost, which I'll add to your inventory in a second.
Oh damn.
It is a staff that has 10 charges. You can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it. Cone of Cold, Fog Cloud, Ice Storm, or Wall of Ice.
That's a decent amount.
That's really good.
He sort of just like stops and like sort of puts the staff down for a sec and like okay. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I mean, I assume your craving for power isn't any more than what it already was. It's just kind of reinforced the fact that you have it.
Yeah. I'm there's some vague disappointment around. Yeah, look, feeling compelled to do something that you were kind of going to do anyway. Feels like you're sort of
You're
losing
less
your own.
inclined to do it now.
Yeah, I'm like kind of shitty about it. Like, I was going to already amass all of the power, but like because I wanted to. Now,
in-
like
it's in your-
to do it. Like
It's in your inventory now.
shitty. Yeah. Gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna be complaining about it the whole time.
Okay, you now have a Staff of Frost,
Hell yeah.
but now have a flaw of, doing what you do, but now do.
I think out of anyone, this is going to be the most manageable floor for YU. Yeah.
Already did it. Thanks.
Alright, so yeah, the remains other than that don't seem to have anything of value on them. They look like they have been something that got taken down by the defenses of the temple that you've already run into.
It's all coming up wizard, isn't it? Extra spell, extra.
Yeah,
stuff.
this is the wizardiest
Magic
thing
robe.
we've ever done before.
So, looking at the rest of the room again, you've got the arrow slits on your right hand side. You've got 3 doors on your left. You've got double doors up ahead of you.
I say we go to the 3 doors on our right.
Left.
Sorry.
I even did hands.
But you got to do the. Or else, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did it right.
Yeah, that one. Is it obvious from looking if the arrow slits?
Mhm.
Is that just a continuation of the previous room?
You want to look through?
I'll look through.
Maybe
you be
someone with dark vision should.
Would
look
you be a deer? Deer.
Because I haven't been
deer
interested
legend
in this chart clause or the thing, so I'll just be scouting out the room while that's going on.
Looking through the arrow slits, you are looking into that main hall. You can see the crumbled remains of that statue that the Otiog took down. And looking at it, you then sort of and then turn around sort of 180 and realize this is one of the arrow slits you tried to look through before someone put an illusionary wall in front of it.
All right, so we're just on the other side of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought we
that's
were the
why,
next
because
room
I
along.
ran into that room to try and get to these arrow slits.
now that you're in sort of
I would imagine there'd be like a spatial awareness sort of thing. Is that like we were in that room and we've sort of walked around the side of that room, so this sort of makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense. It's not it's not warping your concept of reality or anything. It's just it's the other side of the wall that
Cool.
you've been at. Now you're sort of looking at that arrow slit. You can sort of see a better look of like the lower floor of that main hall as well.
Seems
Because
very
most of the time,
tastefully decorated.
well, most of the time you were flying, so you were sort of above some of the details you could see. On the far side, on the ground level, as you got, so you got the balcony that you guys came in on the first time, and had the 2 stairs that led down to the lower floor, leading into to where that statue was. Directly opposite the room, you can see there's a hallway that leads off sort of further east, and you can see a set of amber doors that are on the ground level below the balcony where you killed the Arcanoth.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is stuff from your perspective that you're at before you might not have noticed. Or it might be that Ryan didn't have the second map printed out at the time and missed those details.
So there's a bunch of we're on sort of.
Well, let's go with the first.
You're on
first
you're
floor
on the
level.
first level.
There's like a
There's
lower floor.
There is a
level.
lower floor with more things.
I
Would
suppose this
would
be the mezzanine
Morden
level.
We can call it mezzanine.
would Morden have noticed that when he went down to collect stuff from the Otiug?
Again, we'll brush it over as we missed those things. Not Ryan didn't
Right,
realize
right,
there's a
right,
second
right.
map.
Right.
Why was very focused at
Yeah.
that point in time? Like doors, more doors? No.
Yeah,
Like
more
face.
amber doors.
More
I-
doors.
I've seen
Rin
Amador,
just
they're
makes a
everywhere.
mental note to maybe investigate around there.
Okay, so
I stand up and say, "This guy's dead. Let's go."
dead AF.
Shall we investigate the doors?
Which ones do you want to do? The ones on the west side, the 3 doors on the west side, or the ones straight ahead to the north?
The 3 doors because they're closer.
Sure. Nearest door to the wizard or dead wizard.
Let's open up door number
I mean,
1.
this is really the thing. It's not. There's a door to the north, or there's 3 doors to the west. It's like, well, which of the 3 doors? Because we can't investigate the 3 doors. We can investigate a door.
Hang on. No. I know this one. We open a door, and then Ryan tells us if the car is behind one
Ask
of
if
the
we
other.
want to change. our
Yeah, you
choice.
ask if you want to change doors, and then
I
we
have,
win a
wanted,
car.
I have really wanted to put a Monty Hall puzzle in one of these things here, and just the correct answer is switching.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no matter what,
No matter what
the
what
correct
the-
answer is if you
is to
switch. Yeah.
But now I can.
No, you can. It just has
Sorry.
to be the correct answer is to not switch.
But that's the wrong answer. That's not the Monty Hall.
Yeah, that is
Anyway,
that'd just be.
so-
bitchy.
I know.
That'd be bitchy.
I mean, we're dealing with probability here at this point.
That's all this game is, damn it. Let's continue on, please. I want to open the closest door to me.
Closest door to you. You're going in first?
Yes.
All right. Opening up that door, it's a bit tight again because most of these doors are sort of swollen with age and just.
Behind it is a new car.
I was about a second behind.
Okay, stone blocks resembling tables stand in the center of this room, covered in dust. Carved into the stone walls are niches filled with hundreds of dusty bottles. Cobwebs hang from wooden ladders that lean against the walls.
Is there anything in those bottles?
Ryan, I just need to know about the sconce situation.
Oh damn, the levels on that one.
I'm not even doing it. I'm not even doing it anymore, Ryan. It's gone viral.
There's probably 4 encased area, like metalwork and glass to sort of encase where a candle would go to limit the amount of open flame.
That's good information. Thank you.
Just from the spatial sort of thing, this room that we're in,
Yep.
this is, like whichever door we went through,
The first one.
this room we're in doesn't have 3 doors sort of going. Like it's not like a big room that
No.
there's just 3 doors between. Okay,
Nope,
so
no,
There's sort of like little three.
This is a
3 small rooms.
3 small.
15 by 10 foot room.
Cool. Just wanted to
Um,
learn that.
Dave is going to start inspecting all the bottles, and I'm going to continue on to the next door.
Okay, Dave rolls me an investigation roll.
At the risk of going back to the sconce joke, is it noticeable that the way in which the lighting is encased is different to the other rooms?
Yeah, that is definitely different.
Okay, I think those bottles are explosive. Be careful.
Okay.
Ooh,
So, okay.
that could be useful.
I'm changing the voice because, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was a 12.
12. Dave sort of like hovers around, goes up to one, like all 4 eye stalks like focus in on a bottle. He sort of like pans around it. Most of them have just got like the sediment and like the dried dust of liquids that were in there previously. Some of them have got like a sort of a shimmery, sort of glittery feel to them. Other ones just more like a thick dried mud down the bottom of it. But most of them. And you can see where labels would have been stuck before, but most of the paper's just disintegrated away. You can see some of the glue lines and everything's stuck there. But looking through it, you'd say this is some sort of alchemy or potionery room.
Just anything that looks interesting, any kind of ingredients that may still hold value. Like he's just going to collect them all in a pile. No, he's
You're just going to have this massive backpack with clink, clink, clink.
Wait a minute, wouldn't the elf know the layout of this temple?
You can ask him.
Well, yeah. So
Ma-
do you know the layout of this temple? Like, didn't you used to be a...
Hey, yeah, here's a question we should have
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you know where we're going?
Yeah, like...
We never told him what we're actually looking for here.
No, but
He's
like,
also looking for something,
he should be able to give us like, oh, this area is for like a mage area or whatever. Like,
Yeah, we haven't really hit him up as much as we possibly could.
Yeah,
that's
like,
that's
yeah,
a solid
Well,
point.
actually asking him, he's like, a lot of this place is not like how it used to be. This has been taken over since my people, my
Yeah, but
folk were
you
kicked
should
out
still
of
have
here.
general layout knowledge.
Well, previously, the main hall over there was for religious gatherings, and most of these side rooms were used for research or bed chambers or so forth. There is an amphitheater, like a lecture hall, off to the east.
It was the sex dungeon.
I
It's,
I-
it's,
I-
it's not
that's in every
that's not what it sounds like, though. It's a dungeon that we have sex in.
Yeah, that's in every temple.
Not a dungeon for sects of religion.
No. Oh God, no. Jesus, no. It's
to
a
the
fucking pit.
to the north end. We used to have a library, but I don't know what's there now. And below levels of where the crypts are, like in most temples, there are the
Yeah.
remains of.
People.
Who's not familiar with temples? Am I right?
Yes, very much, very much. I think actually that was closer to the original voice anyway.
And he's sitting there. He's like, formerly this was a preparation room for like anointing oils and holy waters and things like that. So, but the stuff here is not those sorts of remains. This has been used for similar but different purposes. There you go.
Similar, but different.
Rin, where are you?
I thought we moved on to the next.
You went into this room though?
No. Maybe just standing at the door while everyone. If it's a small room, I'm sort of.
It's 15 feet by 10 feet. It's not. It's
About this
Bigger
size.
than, yeah, slightly bigger than this room. If you
No,
want.
it's bottles. Whatever.
Okay. So moving on to door number 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, number 3.
Door 3.
Because we were going to do 2.
Man,
so
that's
now
fine.
we
You actually
need
don't have to explain that. If you have
Oh,
like
no,
an
he's switching
authority,
it.
if you have like an authoritative thing, like cool,
Yeah.
into it.
Number
All
3.
right.
Number 3.
Okay, opening
Number
up the
3.
door here. Opening up the door here. Dominating this room is a 12-foot tall model of a dark castle with high walls and tall spires. Behind it, tucked in a corner, are some ruined furnishings and a wooden chest.
And surrounding it is a small train set.
No.
And there's a fucking nerd in the corner playing with it.
All right, that is your room.
Does this castle, like, none of us have ever been to Strahd's castle, but does
We would
anyone...
have seen it.
Everyone, you can see Strahd's castle from everywhere in
So
Barovia.
is this
essentially.
Strahd's...
Aside from Kretsk, which is the other in a valley beyond the sort of on the far side of another mountain. Part of the reason why it's a bit more of a safe space is because it's not in eyeshot of the castle. Everywhere else you've travelled, it's there.
Yeah, so is this Strahd's...
It's
Okay.
Castle Ravenloft.
Is this magical in any way?
That is a good question, and I'm about to tell you the answer to that question in a different voice.
And from over there.
Have you rolled something to ask?
Oh, I'm okay. If you're gonna be like that about
Use some
it.
dice there, Chief.
What we need to do is like get.
roll the dice. So that's what I need to do.
We need to like actively look at Castle Ravenloft and then like sort of just like pick a piece off the model and see what happens.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing. Just like, bling.
I was actually more thinking if there were any little dolls in the castle, like maybe if it's magical
And there's
the
just
right
ones
spell-
that are actually walking around.
Yeah,
and
like
like,
if the right spell is cast, maybe they'll move.
It's the Marauders map in 3D.
Yeah,
Which roll
Get
is?
Strahd and one of the guards and make them kiss.
yeah.
That would, that would be a unique solution to things.
Confuse Strahd about his
His-
sexuality.
What he no. What all he really? Why don't we assume the guard was male? Anyway, just all he really wanted was love. Love was the answer. That's what I got from Harry Potter.
Even if the guard was female, it could still confuse him about his sexuality. You don't know.
Touche. What did you roll?
Really, touche. Really. That's what. Okay.
The answer was love, and the magic items with the friendships were made on the way. 18 Arcana.
18. It's not magic in any way. It is a model of the castle. A very well produced model of the castle.
Hate it.
I think that's delightful.
Yeah. Okay. So roll me an investigation on that.
That is 17.
You're looking at this, and it looks more like a architect's model of a building that they created before it was built.
Oh,
Yeah, I was actually about to ask.
Artist's impression.
Has Strahd's castle been there since before Strahd, or only after he was, or do we not know?
I don't
It
think
seems
anyone
like
here.
we're
Wait,
finding
the elf.
that out.
The elf would know. I asked the elf. Did Strahd build his castle, or was it here before Strahd? Well, I would think the elf would know. He's been around a while.
Strahd's father was the one that built built Ravenloft.
Papa Strahd.
Okay. And how old does this model look?
It looks exactly years old. You just want to go back and fill that in.
You're looking at about 450.
450 years. 451, actually.
Oh, okay.
So now we have Monty Hall and Price is Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Closest without going over.
So as you're saying this, it seems apparent that this is like a model, an architectural model of the castle. Can we examine it in some way
Yeah.
to try and find some like secret entrance or
Pull it the
something?
Or
fuck
maybe
apart and make maps and shit.
Someone
Hell
with
yeah.
some pieces of paper could like map this shit out.
I'll
If you want to spend
investigate
some
the
time
rest
here
of the...
marking it out. I can actually give you some resources at a point once I can get them together because there's a lot of stuff to copy out.
This seems like something
Yeah.
like gathering information for what we're doing later. That seems.
Wait, how big is
simple.
the model? Just wondering if it was feasible if I just carry it out of here.
12 foot tall.
Right.
I mean, I could.
You're a big dude.
I could do it. It's probably not that
It's
feasible.
5
though.
feet. It's nearly double your height, and you're 7 foot.
They had to
Yeah.
build it in here. It won't go out through the
I'm pretty strong though, but no, I'll leave it here.
Are there any obvious papers or maps or drawings lying around?
Not obvious ones, no.
I'll start playing with like any toys I can find. Like choo choo.
If you want to investigate around,
30. My math is terrible.
okay. So yeah, looking around the room, you've got the castle. There is a bunch of furnishings, like a couple of tables and bits and pieces that have just sort of rotted and crumbled over time, and there is that wooden chest, which you open up, and it's a mimic. No, and it's empty. But what's your passive perception?
Passive perception or passive investigation?
Perception.
Passive perception or passive investigation?
I don't think passive investigation.
If I keep
Yeah.
saying it enough, will you let me have the other thing?
Most things you can roll have a passive ability.
I'm pretty sure he said 10, but I'm not gonna.
10 is perception. Yeah.
You're looking at this chest, and then sort of looking at it from outside. The bottom seems a lot higher than it should be.
I point it and say, so this is shittily made chest. Idiots don't even know how to make chests properly.
Really
And
spacey,
carry on.
really spacey efficient.
Get like 5 steps away. Hang on a second.
So yeah, you sort of looking it over. You see like there's just like a couple of like loosish nails at the far side underneath there. Grab hold of each of them, and like the whole bottom opens up, and inside there is this.
The sun sword. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, we win. We can leave the temple.
There's this leather-bound book.
More
Laid-
fucking
laid-
spell
Oh,
books.
Jesus Christ!
You don't know that yet.
It's still a book.
Oh, wait, hang on.
no.
It's not going to be for a paladin.
Perfect silence. Perfect silence.
It could be.
I mean, dude, we've been
Um,
going for a warlock yet.
Yeah, it's a magic book.
I take back everything I said.
Is it a magic spell book or is it just a magic book?
It's the book itself is magic.
Ooh.
So we've got the wizard.
I like turn around and responding, I'm having the best day.
You sort of flick the book
Really
open.
are.
I'm so happy that we came here.
You flick the book open. It's a tome of sort of like these, like, mantras and like all sorts of like well-being guides and all these bits and pieces.
Oh,
And-
boo, I put it back in the box. Ugh, fucking throw pillow nonsense.
What is it you have there, friend?
Ugh, this does not spark joy.
I'm wondering if there's a secret stat on that stuff that like upped our percentage of magical items that we find in an area.
You're looking through this, and it sort of triggers a memory that you've heard of these sorts of books. They're called a Tome of Understanding. You know that someone that studies from this for a period of time, and it takes a while, gains innate wisdom.
Yeah.
Mechanically wise, if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your wisdom score increases by 2.
Baller!
The manual then loses its magic and regains it in a century.
Those things are.
I feel like that might be something to.
Can I see that?
Oh no, not after that floor.
in previous
Oh no,
Buddy, if you asked like 2 hours ago,
in previous versions, those things were worth like 5,000 gold, if not more. Oh no, it might have
they
been.
just fucking give it to you in the bottom of a box.
I
This
think
one,
it actually
apparently.
might have been 50,000 gold or something. Like those
No,
were.
yeah, they are a legendary magic
Yeah,
item.
like those. Yeah.
To
Yeah,
a guy who already has a legendary magic item.
and all you see is a fat rogue wizard turn around and go, "There's a false bottom in this, but there's nothing in there. That's a bit garbage, really. What's the point of that?"
I'm rolling insight on
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, do it.
I mean,
So let's say 15.
Roll deception.
I'm just. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the room. Oh yeah, I'm
Can
not
I
gonna
can I
notice.
roll with disadvantage for like not really trying that hard?
Don't worry, I got 5.
Never mind.
You rolled a 1.
That's a 1. Hang on, with disadvantage though. It's still a 1.
And you've got negative to charisma, don't you?
I do, yeah.
That
So,
would be
yeah,
a 0.
you guys both see it, especially with your low roll, or even with your low roll. You know he's just like his eyes are darting around the room. He can't give you eye contact.
Can we see that he's got a thing at all?
He's just sort of doing
It's literally like half jammed into the robe.
He's got his chubbiness a little bit there going on, but then there's just like this square chest going on top. Like he's just shoved the book in on top of his guts.
What's it called? What's the actual code?
Tome of Understanding.
Just out of character.
Morden?
Like you can see the book that says Tom of Understood.
Out of character, you could
Morden?
have just explained that it was just like a book. Like my guy would have believed you, but what you got there, buddy?
It's my book. It's my
Morden?
book of understanding times.
Your normal book is over on your hip. Please let us see this book.
Nah, I'm good though.
Morden,
Yeah,
I will cast a spell on you.
you won't though.
I put a spell on you.
Just pointing out, we're in a temple where there's like bad things have happened. There's probably a lot of cursed items around. Just a thing that we need to look out for. So
Rin,
if
are
you
you in
have
this
a
room?
cursed item, we
Yeah,
probably
I'm in
need
the
to
room.
know.
You're in this room.
Well, this is we're investigating the thing.
We need to know what
it's
everything is
cursed,
so
it's-
everybody can get a
While these
decent
guys are
chance of
arguing
helping.
about
It's
book.
like literally you can see the book. Can you read?
Yeah, but I don't know what
Then
it is.
it's
Not very well.
like why wouldn't I know what that is?
Okay, it's a tome of understanding. It's a book that helps you understand magic.
Is it specifically for wizards or can other people use it?
This is Chris's
And
wisdom
this
stat.
is So it's
Anyone can use it. It's not specific to some. It's just it might be kind of handy for people that
need high wisdom.
need wisdom. Do you need wisdom? Would you like wisdom?
I mean, anyone can do with
knowledge-
+2
knowledge-
of anything.
Do any of your abilities, like your armor, go off your wisdom stat? Because
Is there a party member?
my armor goes off my wisdom stat.
Is there
Just-
a
I was
party
gonna put-
member that needs wisdom?
I'm just going to throw it out there. Knowledge is power.
But knowledge is intelligence, not wisdom.
That's a real solid point.
Actually, that's actually
Yeah.
the opposite. Knowledge,
Yeah.
knowledge is wisdom.
I'm making a case for you. Shut up.
But whatever. Like out of character, that'd be great for Rin. But in character, I have absolutely no reason to try and like steal like the items from somebody else. So whatever.
I don't care. I'm just more concerned if we find a cursed item, someone may become cursed.
What Rin spots as he's being sort of out of this whole engagement because he's like the three of them are arguing.
You're
amongst
arguing
themselves.
over a fucking book written by a person. Whatever.
You sort of start wandering around the room and you spot another one of those scenes within the amber walls.
I'm
God damn.
It seems Spotty John over here.
I'm gonna punch it again
Yep. Strength.
while you guys are arguing.
I also imagine I'm arguing while still holding dolls and like pretending to play.
Roll
with them.
one.
You're on one.
Yeah.
So, so let's just pan away from a single character for a moment here and just look at the room, fly on the wall style. You see the three arguing as much as the other, and you see Rin sort of like walking around the room, just like absent-mindedly, just like running his hands against the wall. It's like, huh, and then tries to like put his shoulder into it. It's like, oh. Ah.
Right on a fresh tattoo.
And Casimir sort of
I could have kept going with the family bit for a while. If we
Yeah.
We could just loop that.
Yeah.
I can actually just do that.
Just loop it.
Please don't.
You want a clean one? You want a clean one for looping it later?
Maybe make an outtake.
Casimir walks up to you and is like, Master Eladrin, have you found something, or are you just frustrated with the room?
Don't mind me. I just had a moment of weakness within myself and this wall. I'm sure I'll be okay in a moment. Is this the kind of thing I can just retry, or
You can also ask for help if you want.
Would you?
It would. Yeah, that doesn't seem like his personality.
Casimir, just for put some weight behind this alongside me.
The wizard.
I mean, like the rest of
Have
us.
you found
being
another one of
idiots.
those doors?
It certainly seems that way. Here.
Oh, fantastic! And he lines up
Yeah,
his
more
shoulders,
stuff for the
giving
wizard.
you advantage.
I rolled 2 and a 7. So an 8.
This one's just going to be filled with more wizarding objects.
This door seems obstinate.
Hey, you got a stuck door over there? I'll come and help. That's a nat 20.
Actually,
That wasn't.
he's just walking away from this other conversations. Like, I'm done with you guys in this fucking book bullshit. Like,
Boom! Bash open the door. Hey, a bunch more wizard shit. Thank you. Thank you.
what did you actually roll?
I don't actually know. I didn't look. I'm not doing that. I'm
Okay.
not
Out
doing
of curiosity, would that stuff take? Because you're meant to attune to it for 24 hours. So does it just? Does
That
the
means you
curse
can't
happen-
use the abilities yet.
Okay, but the,
the
curse,
curse
happens
is
straight away.
instantaneous.
Okay, cool. All right.
You will need to attune to that staff, but I think that's actually got the process there in a second.
that. All right. Okay. Yeah,
To
I've
actually
never
be able to use
yeah, I've
its
never done
ability.
that
You've got the floor, that's instantaneous. To use its abilities, you need to attune to it.
before. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Kesimir sort of wanders over to you three and is like, "You guys, let's deal with this nonsense later. We've got a job to do. The good master Eladrin has found another one of these secret doors. If anyone could get with an ounce of strength."
Rin's taken a step back from it and is sort of studying it, looking for a weak point. clearly there is some ingenious design behind it. I
Perhaps
need only
you,
find
Master
the right
Paladin,
spot to push
could
it.
give him
Oh,
a hand.
I'm good at these things. One hand.
You gonna fucking Kool-Aid man through there?
Strength
I wasn't going to, but sure.
strength check.
Now that you say it.
I can hit it
Well,
with this
I'm
book
good.
I have.
Nat 20.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Oh yeah!
yeah.
I thought you were going to roll that one. And it would be like,
No, well, I thought so too, but
Oh.
Nat 20 plus whatever bonuses.
Fucking everybody indoors. Every group I've ever
Yeah.
heard of hates doors.
Yeah, I literally, Kool-Aid through that thing.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he's
Possibly the wall behind us while jumping
He's
on
just taking a-
style.
he's
You
just
just
taking
go
a-
through the
That
whole
was
building.
clearly the spot that I was looking for. Good work.
he's basically like taking a run up from the side of the room he was in and just like shoulders into it, and there's just the whole door just collapses forward, like hinges broken. There's a little shower of like dust and rubble coming out of the side where you can see like this metal pins gone through the stonework, but over the years has degraded slightly. Nonetheless, heavy stone door coated in amber, steel reinforced. Paladin has just made short work of it.
I think
You dragoned it.
what would be even more amazing is if it just left a Dragonborn shaped hole.
So what's on the other side? Aside from a dragon and some rubble.
Okay, you got this sort of the stone doors hit the ground and like crack in like five sort of roughly even sizes, and one of them, make sure I get the right.
There's no way to detect a curse, is there?
It's detect magic should be able to pop it up.
Doesn't that just give you the school of magic?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just looking
no,
it
yeah,
up.
But like
yeah.
narratively, if there was,
If there's like a negative magic, it should
Yeah,
totally-
apparently the identify spell fails to reveal a curse.
that does actually sound like a thing. Like no, like you can't go around detecting curses because that would take the tooth out of curses.
Yeah, but I mean, unless you analyze, like you sat down and researched it for ages. But
Okay, looking in the room, to your right there is a staircase that heads downwards and then disappears off to the left, and I did say right, didn't I?
Left.
Okay, to your right there is a staircase that goes downwards and then veers off to the left. To your left-hand side there is a door, and directly across from you is another secreted door. But you can see this one a lot more obviously because you're on the less secretive side of this secret door.
So we're in the inside of like a secret passageway.
does
Dragon. Door.
do you want me to roll again?
At this point, no. I was going to roll off your passive at that one because you're on the side that doesn't require like any sort of real strength. You're on the
You're on the side that probably has a handle.
Wait,
yeah.
sorry. Did you say this? So we're in a secret area. Is this and this leads off into other directions?
okay. As you're looking at you're in doorway that you just broke. To your right there is a staircase that goes down and then goes off to the left. To your left hand side there's an actual door, and then straight ahead of you is a secret door.
Before we move on from this room,
Yeah.
have we successfully sort of gotten information out of that Ravenloft
Yeah, I'll give you like you've taken down notes of like where the spires are. You and it comes apart as well. Like you,
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
You can take a level off, and you can look at the floor plan of the next
Yeah,
level.
that's
Take
gonna
that off, even down to the point where you can move you can sort of it's almost like on a sliders. The whole thing moves away, and you can see like the catacombs section.
Nice. Okay.
This is
really
multiple
good
levels all the way. This is a shitload of information that you guys are really going to enjoy later.
Yeah, I just
Well,
want to
I'm essentially-
We're all on the
there's
same
a-
page. We would all want to
We
spend
have
as
a
much
map of the
time as
castle.
we
You have a
need
map
to.
of the castle, which I can actually print off without all of the key points on. That's actually something I've got in the packet. I've got the player versions of the notes, which I can just
Yeah.
print off and give to you.
Given that two of our prophecy things were, it sounded like we're in the castle. That's probably really good.
This is a good get.
Yeah.
That is a real good get.
We got good.
Okay, so you pushing open that the secret door, pulling open, it opens inwards into this room, and on the far side, you see Dave still sort of floating around, looking over the bottles.
Hey, Dave.
And
Hey there, boss.
that is the potionary room. This is the reason why I was asking whether you were in that room.
I turned to the elf and go, "Did you know about like the secret area? This seems to be a secret area."
You saw him find the other one when you were making your holy water. He found a secret room while you're making your holy
Oh,
water.
no, he's talking to the elf, not that
Rin,
elf.
not Rin. Sorry, the elf,
Oh, the elf is like
the mouth.
This is new, or at least I didn't know about this.
Okay, new seems. Yeah.
I wasn't a leader in the temple. I was just a member of the congregation.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
I
a mem- I thought he was.
I'm the leader of my current clan, but that's a very decimated clan.
Okay.
I've been here before, but I don't know all the inner workings of this place 100%.
Well, it looks like you're about to. So there's that.
So
We should
right,
probably check the 3rd.
Mhm.
Sorry, we should probably check the 3rd room.
yeah.
Yeah. Like that was next on the agenda. Check the middle room.
You gonna go back out to the main hallway and check the middle room? Okay. Is that what
Sorry,
you?
what were you?
Yeah, that was literally what I was.
Oh, okay.
So you go out there, open up that door, and it's a 20-foot long, 10-foot high hallway of bare stone, but it has an amber door at the end.
Which way shall we proceed, fellows?
Well, I think we should go through the amber door.
Which one?
Yeah, that's the
Hey,
fucking thing.
secret
Throw a goddamn
area-
so I didn't amber door in goddamn place.
You guys spent like
remember
6
like weeks ago when we were like, wow, I can't wait to get to the amber door. Now we're like, oh fuck, another one? Really?
A secret area kind of seems very useful. Like, can we see if there's any way of looking through the doors before they're open?
No, they're like a stone door with like coating of amber over it.
Oh, okay.
There's none of that like
is-
there's two holes and you're looking through the eyes of the painting in the next room.
Is
None of that
Dave
nonsense.
done piling up those potions and?
He's managed to get like a few vials. It looked like they've got interesting like things that you could possibly like reconstitute.
You said there was like sparkly things. That were
Yeah.
taking
So it's basically like the water's all evaporated off, or the solvent's all evaporated off, and it's just left like the crystals or the powder or whatever was
crystals. You say?
or whatever was in solution is now sort of stuck to the bottom of each.
Whatever
of
it
these
is,
vials.
it's going to be drugs now.
Or bombs.
Just
Drug
sorry,
bombs.
Drug bombs.
Just spatially,
Yep.
right? The third door is a hallway with an amber door at the end.
So you're the first. Okay, look as you walk down the hallway. The first door you walked into is a potionary. Then you skipped one door, which is just which is the one you've done now, which is just a short hallway with a set of amber doors at the end of it. The third one is the room with the castle, and then further along the room over the murder holes on the right is a set of double amber doors up ahead.
Okay. So the middle door
Yep.
has a hallway with an amber door at the end.
Yep.
Somehow from the third door we found the secret passage to the first room. And
And-
that have to cross over. I'm just trying to get like
Yeah.
a sense spatially of
I also said
realised why
when
you
you
can't,
smash down
but-
that first one, there is a set of doors to your left as well,
Okay.
which spatially is probably the set of doors. If you
That's what I
hadn't
was
found
trying to figure out.
if you hadn't found the two secret doors, had you come in the second door, you'd find this staircase.
got it. That was what I was trying to figure out. Like so the door at the end of this probably links up to the one in the secret room that we're in. That was what I was trying to get
Yep,
at.
spatially you've nailed it. Yeah.
Got it.
I realize why you
thought I
can't,
had it,
but
and now
seeing a
you've
map would
clarified
be
that,
really
I don't
useful.
have it.
Well, now that you've actually discovered that.
Can we look at a map?
Yeah, the map would be really. I do. Yeah.
So, try and cover as much as we can.
Yep.
You're in here. Potionary. That's the short hallway. That's the room with the castle. That's the staircase you found. This is the and there's a set of amber doors at the end there.
Right. Okay.
So
okay,
that's where you
one-
slept.
Yep.
You walked up here, check there, smash that door, open that one up to come back through, to check that one, and then you've opened this door up to get basically. You've done a weird little like
Okay.
pretzel-shaped pathway through there.
Yep. All right. Cool. So it literally is that is just breaking through there. It's
Yep.
not doing some weird go through dimensions nonsense.
Nope.
Easy. All right.
Spatially, it makes 100%. So you've got a staircase heading downwards. You've got a staircase heading downwards, or you've got a set of double amber doors at the end of the first corridor you're in. Which do you want to take? You want to go down, or you want to head north?
Elf friend, from where we are, would the crypts be directly below us? Is it likely
The crypts
that
will be
these-
downstairs.
So going down at this point would be leading us into the crypts.
Yes.
Okay.
Going down
I
is
would
always
like
the best
to
option.
Not go to the crypts as much as possible.
I agree. Going to the crypt is possibly the last thing we want to do at the moment.
Where I want to go is down there.
Yeah.
The reason why I came along and guiding you, my aims are downstairs.
Oh, damn it.
All right. Well, then we will do those later. Thank you.
As long as that's
No, we will get to that after we have conducted our other business. Yeah, of course.
as you wish, Master and Ladron.
I've investigated a few temples before. The good stuff is always at the bottom.
I don't know. We've fucking treasure trove so far.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
This is a bit of a loop for me so far.
Like,
That said,
I feel like
True
the
magic-
three of you were saying that, and then like you turn and the camera pans. I'm standing there in like a full mink coat with a pimp hat on and cane like.
he's got
What?
cool glasses, and he's got a funky robe with patches.
Actually, it's a good point.
I've got.
Master Morden, would you be willing for a trade? My magic robe for your magic book?
No, but can I have your rope?
No.
Are you using that?
Yes.
What are you using it for?
Stuff.
What?
I knew as
What
soon as you said that, that's what it is.
What are you going to use the book for?
Reading. That's literally all I do all of the time.
Well, how about
Like right now,
I-
us talking is boring the shit out of me. I wish I was reading a book right now.
I
just wish
also-
I was reading a book in a nice coat. So can I just have that?
Only if
I'm
I
just
can
gonna-
have
I'm
you
just gonna
stick.
take a real quick. I'm just gonna look at it. I'm just gonna look at it real quick.
No.
It's getting.
No.
I'll look. How about
Mage
how
hand
about
to
you-
push you away.
How about you give it to me, and I can tell you what kind of magic it is. If you
No,
just-
I'm-
if you
I'm
just-
fine.
If you
I'm
just
fine,
give, just
thank you.
just give it. Just give it to me.
How-
Just give it to me.
Just
Give,
out of
just give
curiosity.
it.
Just out of curiosity, for my own knowledge.
Yep.
Was the curse something you added, or was it in the thing already?
Oh, it's in the book.
Then because it fits his character so perfect.
I know.
Perfectly,
It was
Yeah.
in the book.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
How about I give you that staff that I have?
You don't have that anymore.
You don't know that.
That's a good point.
Wouldn't the desire for it have dissipated with it being destroyed? I was playing with the idea that it had gone.
No, it hasn't.
Okay, well that's itchy and annoying. I want the thing now.
It definitely hasn't.
Do we have a deal?
Yeah, just give me the rope.
I'll give you the robe now, and you give me the book now, and I'll give you the staff later.
Okay, cool. Give me the rope.
Give me the book first. I don't trust you.
None of us trust you. You're an evil drug dealer. I'm just like a wizard.
I'll make-
Let's be honest.
As
here.
much as I'm for you in this scenario, he has a point.
Same time, I don't trust you. Like, dude.
Same time? Same time?
Mage hand it to each other. Like,
Companions, maybe we can argue over who is divvying up the glorious material possessions from this adventure later. Why don't we continue with our quest right now?
Hey, nice glasses.
It's like
I'm sorry. Ever since I picked up the staff, I've been feeling so punchy.
it would have been awesome
Which staff,
had it,
though?
had it been a staff 4 Rin, because I would have loved to see you act out
that would have been fucking
a possession hungry, or like a knowledge, yeah.
oh, that would have been that would have been quite fun.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, which path are you guys taking? Have we established we're heading north?
The main doors.
As
The
much
main
as
doors
I would
to the
like to go down, I also don't like to have enemies at my back. So
But also, like, I'm sort of going, if this is Rin being canny, is that if what's his face, Charizard, Chamberlain,
Casimir?
Casimir,
No, you had it.
yeah. If what he wants, if his objective is downstairs, we want to get our objective in before we get to that point, in case he decides, okay, we're done here, and inevitable betrayal.
Yeah.
You can't trust elves.
oh yeah. It makes strategic sense for us to take the top level first.
Yeah.
This is playing Diablo, and you clear out an entire room before you go down the next level.
Exactly.
Or that's at least the way I do it, because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit pedantic about
I'm exactly.
it. I think we're all nerds, and we all do that. Unless
I
we're
will even if I see the exit, I'm like, oh shit, no, I remember there was an area up there. I've got to go and
And
clear.
then you go to the other side of the whole map, and it was like, oh, there's this whole area over there, and then you get there, and you didn't walk to the very end of the hallway.
Yeah.
So you've crossed the whole map just to like find and you knock over like some wood, and like nothing comes out. Like, this
two
is definitely
gold
worth
pieces.
5 fucking minutes of traveling.
okay.
I sort of stopped playing Diablo.
Yeah.
We also have back in the main hall that door.
Yeah, a whole bunch. Wood is
That and the hole as well. So we do have like at least 2 things back, right?
Oh, you've got so much, so very much.
Yeah.
This is a big temple.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading down that hallway, opening up the double doors. Who's leading?
Ulrich is.
Volunteered.
I mean, I was going to volunteer.
You are also captain opening doors.
I was gonna say you can't make someone else go first, but you can just by like being slow into the room.
Okay. You open the doors up, and the room is sort of instantly illuminated. Torches. Oh god damn it! Torches in sconces. Illuminate a dining table in the center of the room. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with rich scents of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, and piping hot gravy and wine.
Well, this doesn't
Is
look
there-
like a trap in any way. I'm gonna
Is
go
there-
eat some food.
Is there anyone there? Like anybody aside from us in that room?
Roll me perception.
I don't see how this could be a trap in any way.
I've seen this movie. It doesn't end well.
There's one guy sitting in the front. There's like hands on table.
14.
No,
No one in there?
no one
Cool.
in the room.
I blast one of the chickens. Like I blast just some of the food.
Sure.
Dude,
You said chicken.
Where
Canonically, you just blasted a chicken.
Where?
And I'm not sure what exactly that means, but it sounds sexy.
Well, I assume there was like a roast chicken or something there.
That's what I've got in my head. Don't know why he went. Actually, I know exactly why this went this way. Yep. Okay. So what? Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I need to roll to hit that?
Yes, please. Roll to hit the chicken.
18.
Okay. So you fire this blast off. This roasted chicken. It almost looks more like a turkey. This is a big roast there. It's got all the trimmings around it. It's got a garnish over the top, steam. And this Eldritch Blast just goes straight through it, and you'll see like a wobble, and then the illusion breaks.
dude, there are starving kids in Africa that could have done with that illusion.
And oh, God.
What could they have done with that illusion? Could they have tricked somebody else so they could cannibalize them?
Okay,
You
so
don't know.
now that you've sort of broken the image of the illusion, it sort of just shimmers out of existence. The lights are still all on, but the table is now bare. The scent, like the smell in the room, is just gone. It's just now musty, old, closed up rooms, like slightly dusty, slightly sort of stagnant air.
Don't trust
The only
anything in
thing-
this room.
Standing left is in the middle of the table there is a green copper ewer. A ewer is like a bowl, like a bowl cup sort of thing.
URE.
EWER.
Yeah, like it's sort of like a jug.
Yeah.
Like it,
Yeah.
I assume, but I should have actually looked it up and seen the definition.
Oh, we have phones.
Touche. Y'all got phones.
A
Right?
large jug with a wide mouth. formerly used for carrying water.
Okay, there we go.
Go over and inspect it.
Okay, going up closer, you can see images of like dancing bears and elks and wolves.
Is it magic?
Roll me Arcana.
That is a. That's a 9.
There is some magic coming off it. But you
Mage
might-
hand it up. Inspect it closer.
I still see no reason why this could be a trap.
Okay.
Like I'm not going to touch the table because like that might just be a pile of mimics.
It's mimics all the way up. You as you pick up
This
the
entire temple is a mimic.
as you pick up this jug, you are also the lights just turn back off again, and the room sort of just dropped back down to the low level light just from the reflection from some of the from other rooms just bouncing off the amber walls. It's just sort of an ambient light around all over the place just because of the way it's set up.
Everybody, get ready.
And you sort of hear the sound of this is like breeze, but like a breeze going through a graveyard.
Spooky breeze.
Spooky breeze. Alright, just gotta set this up.
That's a really good goth porn star name.
Spooky breeze.
Yeah, that'd be my Suicide Girl name.
Wouldn't it just be spooky breeze?
Spooky Breeze.
No, you'd want breeze.
Breeze, but with a Z. Yeah.
Okay.
Silence.
I don't like it when you go quiet for a minute.
I just gotta set up the encounter.
Yeah, I know. That's
If-
what I'm saying.
As the breeze comes through, I animate my shield. I mostly want to do it just so I don't have to do it as an act.
Well, I had enough
section
time to
of it.
say everybody get ready. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm casting Mage Armor as well.
No, dude. Remember, I'm casting Mage Armor on you.
You gotta do that. So, I'll be like,
I thought we just like assumed that I was just doing it every morning.
Who would have thought this was a trap?
The guy that shot through the illusion then picked up the jug anyway.
Alright. You can sort of see just in the soft lighting, you can see like the shimmering ghostly shapes of spirits coming out of the ground. And are basically beelining towards you.
Oh, goody.
If everyone can roll me initiative.
well, I mean, if they're all running towards him, do we need to roll initiative?
Well, I mean, I'm behind him.
Everyone's behind me.
So you went and picked up the jug.
No, with mage hand.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm worried that there's a giant pile of mimics.
16.
16 for Wayu.
I always roll shit on initiative. I got 6.
6.
24.
24. Nalag.
17.
And Dave.
Oh yeah. 18.
And the Melf, I assume.
Oh yeah, I gotta add him in.
Our main MILF, Casimir.
And for when they inevitably come back, those horrors that were summoned earlier and went away?
No, they're dead now.
No, they're not.
Okay, so we have Rin up first. Then
Mr. fucking kick flips.
Casimir,
That's a really good icon for him.
Dave,
Yeah.
Nalag.
For real? I got a 16 that time, and I'm still second last? Right, third last. That's okay.
Alright. Starting
Actually,
up with
there'd be,
Rin.
like,
What you
10
can
bad
see
guys between
is
them.
there seems to be 7 distinct forms. And they're just sort of just merging up through the ground, so like pulling their sort of ethereal forms up from the ground. Like they get the head above, and then like one hand pulls out, another hand pulls out. They're pulling the rest of their body out of the ground and just sort of like lurching and like dragging themselves, and they're starting to float up out of the ground. Once they're actually fully out of the ground, they sort of float, heading towards
Morden.
Nalag.
Your fists are magical items, aren't they?
Morden, your dread amulet of Kadesh.
So you've lifted up that jug. Like, it's pretty clear you lifting up the jug is what triggered this to happen, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And it's just hovering above the table right now?
currently.
Yeah.
The table is between us and the ghosts? Just
Yes.
trying to, like,
Yeah,
jog
yep,
it
yep.
in. I'm gonna go up, step up towards the table,
It's actually a pile of mimics.
jump on top of the table, and like a golf swing,
Mhm.
knock the jug into the ghosts.
That would be more like a
Or like a baseball.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Softball, baseball. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I mean, my mage hand can't resist that. It can exert 10 pounds of force, which I'm fairly certain he can outdo.
Just roll a hit on this one.
Yeah. What am I? Plus 10.
Do you say something cool while doing it?
He doesn't need to. He's Ren. He's
22.
22. Oh yeah. Yeah. You smack this.
This is me like trying to approach this not as a we've just gone into fight screen and attacked the enemies. This is a okay. This did this. So, right? What happens if they get the jump back?
Okay.
They become more powerful.
This is what we wanted all along.
We couldn't touch the table. Thank you.
We wouldn't go near it. It's a mimic.
Let's see if that is going to have an effect. Okay. What you see is you see them all visibly sort of watch this, copper jug sort of fly across the room, and they're sort of like, and then sort of turn tilted heads looking at the group of you and just start moving back towards you.
So they're not interested in the jump.
They want to go past. And now there is living things in the room.
Right. All right. So that's my thing. I'm going to spend a key point.
Yep.
For patient defense. And I'm imagining I'm now in front, standing on top of the table, facing up at these ghosts. So I've taken the dodge action.
You have
The
to.
dodge, man.
All right.
No. They're just ghosts. We don't have to fight here.
I mean,
Probably do though.
they'll probably take a couple of swings at you and not hit, but you know.
But yeah, your fists are magical weapons, aren't they?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Your weapons are not.
Like actually,
no.
or just
Not
like
well,
if someone
not
asks you, you're like,
at the
yeah,
moment.
man,
Not naturally.
fucking magic. Have you
But
seen
it's
me
very easy
do
for me to
anything?
turn them so
Okay.
These are registered weapons.
for limited periods of time.
Mm.
And there's always magical lightning, or just lightning, I guess, rather than magical.
True.
It's not really magical.
You see Casimir sort of just like back up slightly and just like throw 3 magic missiles out. One into each of them. Well, into 3 of them. First one takes 2 because I'm rolling good things. Second one's 3.
Still think we should hire like 20 level 1 mages all with magic missile, just to follow us along.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a fun thing to play.
Kill me. Why did I have to buy 60 D4s? I can't walk anywhere anymore. Okay, Dave.
Dave is going to hit one of them with his eye rays. Probably the one that just got zapped with the
Well, there's 3 different ones that got zapped.
the whatever one's closest to Rin then.
Sure.
If I can find my bloody D4s. There it is. Go. 2 and 1. That is DC 12. Wisdom, both of them.
So failed both. What are the effects?
Fear and dazed. So charmed, speed is halved, and disadvantage on attack rolls. And the other one is frightened until the start of Dave's next turn.
So charmed was one of them.
Mhm.
Okay, that has no effect.
Yep, the other one was feared.
That seems to work. Okay,
Wicked. So
so it moves 30 feet away, or is it just
Just can't move.
it just can't move closer, and any attacks made while he's in range have disadvantage or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Our resident expert on fear would probably know more than me.
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
All right. Next up is Narlag.
Narlag is going to hex the one that just got feared and shoot it twice with Eldritch Blast.
All right, do it.
Wait. Actually, are they? Am I able to get them all with a Sickening Radiance
I could see you being able to do that. Yeah,
and not get Rin?
you probably do that.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
All right.
That's all you spell slots.
What do you mean? No, I instead of hexing.
All right. There's a save on this, is there not?
Yeah, Constitution DC 15. Also, I've still got the stored spell, so I had enough time to chuck one in there. I've rested, like, I did short rest for 8 hours, man.
Just doing stuff without saying doing stuff.
Okay, only one passed. So what are they taking?
They take 2d10 radiant damage. So that's 9.
Which undead take more damage from?
No, not in this edition. They just don't have resistance to it.
Oh, okay.
So 9 and 5, so 14 damage.
Mhm.
And they get 1 point of exhaustion. So a disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yep.
And they
So
also,
some specific undead have weaknesses to it.
they also light up.
All right.
Ooh, they're easier to see.
Mm.
That's useful.
Uh,
Those of us without
I think
damage.
it's why you up next.
All right. So when they were gunning for Narlak to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
is that correct?
Yep.
And after Rin's little golfing trip,
Yep. They seem
did
to be
they
looking
change
at,
focus at all?
They don't seem so intently focused on him. They're now. Some are looking in your direction. Some are looking in Narlag. Some are looking in Rin. Some at Casimir. Some at Ulrich. They don't have that singular focus anymore.
Okay. In that case, a 30-foot cube
Yep.
of twisting colors weaves through the air,
Okay.
and it's real pretty. And everyone goes, "Ooh."
And that's it.
Do we have to roll?
That's
to
it.
do
I'm an illusion wizard. I can't do shit. Everyone's just like, man, that's baller. Thanks for that. You've really saved Australia there.
That was very specific.
Really saved Australia Day. I like that.
And then the rest of us go, what the fuck's Australia?
Hold on. Ulrich knew what a kangaroo was.
What are you actually doing?
This
And
is
what do I need
hypnotic.
to do in response?
This is hypnotic pattern.
Yep.
30-foot cube. I'm focused as much as possible on the group of 7 ghosties. They make a wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
Which hopefully mindless creatures will have that wisdom.
Kind of want to bank it on here.
Okay. Only 2 saved.
Alright. The rest of them are charmed. They are incapacitated with speed of 0.
These guys are weak.
Okay. You throw that spell out there, and you sort of feel it sort of take hold, but it doesn't seem to have that same effect that you expected. Like it didn't really seem to, affect them
Oh yeah,
because they're immune to charm.
they ignored Dave's.
I think the words you're looking for is beans.
Oh, beans.
Beans. Cheese and crackers.
Not even cool beans.
Okay.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
They're coming for. All right, I got 2 coming after Rin.
Bring it, pussy.
I got disadvantage, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
First one, I'm assuming what's your AC?
18.
All right. Second one, that actually hits. Does wipe out a crit though. 10 damage.
Jesus.
And can you roll me a Constitution save?
All
Am
of
I
them.
in range of
Yes. Yeah, you'll be in
Ulrich
range.
6? What is that, a +3?
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm at a Constitution +4.
I like my aura.
10.
10.
10.
Ooh, that's a lucky one. Because the DC I was looking for is 10. So you are okay.
Cool.
That could have been my head. One of them can't move in your guys' direction because it would involve moving closer to
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
So 2 of them are going to go for. You know what? I'm going to randomize it.
Also, I realize Dave's eye blasts have like a 60-foot range, so he's going to stay way back most of the time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them are going for you. Whoop. Just Your AC, you don't even borrow because it's a 1 and a 3. Then 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nalag. What's your AC?
15.
Alright, that's 2 hits.
Bugger.
So the first one does 8 damage. You roll with that con save.
So that was a 10 and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a con save twice for the thing.
And the 9 was including his
Oh,
bonus.
no, it wasn't. Shit, okay.
So it's another 3, so you're fine. The second damage is 14.
How much was that total?
So I think it was 8 on the first one and 14 on the second. So 22.
Ow. Cool. And I have to roll a con save for the thingy wants it.
Second ingredient.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So that's a.
10
But
or
yeah, that's at least going to pass that first one.
Did you roll a 1?
No. I rolled a 2. But I have +5 to my con, and another +3 from him, which makes it 10, which means I pass.
All right.
Because I have proficiency in con saves.
Nice. Ulrich.
So were some of them feared?
The feared one didn't move any closer because it can't. That's further away from you than
Okay.
the rest.
Um,
You got 2 on you. There's 2 on Narlag. There's 2 on Rin, and 1 that's feared.
how close are we all together?
The room's only like 25 feet by 15 feet, so relatively.
Okay. I'm gonna try and move closer towards. Wait, sorry. There were 2 on me, 2 on Narlag, and 2 on Rin.
Yep. And then one's a little bit further back because it couldn't move closer.
Okay. Yeah, screw it. I'll just attack.
Yep.
Do what we do. Does 15 hit?
Yes.
Will they actually take? Is there any point me rolling damage?
What is your damage type?
It's just
Slashing, isn't it?
yeah, slashing. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well roll it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were immune to physical damage or.
A magical weapon.
Believing. 13.
13. 13 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. So that swipe just sort of cuts through the middle, and this one just disperses into a mist.
Oh. Is the mist like?
Oh, there's like
Okay.
It's,
Alright.
it's
It's not like a mist that's staying.
not like
there.
not like the
Okay.
vampire thing going on.
Okay.
We got another one around you.
All right. Well, go for that. Yeah, that's a hit. I got 18. And 6 damage.
6 damage.
And I'm going to expel a spell slot and do divine damage to it.
That adds another dice roll in.
It adds a d8. I'm just going to find the thingy. 2d8 damage. And if they're undead, they take more.
All right, roll it.
Oh no, it's just plus 1d8 if they're undead or fiends.
Okay.
So that was 6. 8 damage.
It's super dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Which means I get a move action. I'm just going to move over to 2 more.
Sure.
Can you move it to the ones that attacked me?
Yeah, I'll go over to you.
All right. Rin.
Rin can take care of himself pretty well.
Hey,
Punch some ghosts.
oh, Ghostbusters things. So I don't know, one of them. Say one on the left.
Sure.
It's 27
To hit.
to hit. Is
Y-
that hit?
yeah. I wish
Yeah.
I wish there was a thing for like degrees of success. Like if
Yeah.
you hit it and then hit it again, you get 2 hits or something.
14 damage.
Oh boy. So yeah, that wind up and strike through. This is with the staff.
Yeah.
You basically just like again similar sort of look with Ulrich's swipe, but uses straight through the middle and just like the ectoplasm just shatters. There we go.
Sort of like spin it around in hands and then another blow at the other one.
Yep.
Well, speaking of ectoplasm,
And,
they're releasing a new
17?
Ghostbusters movie. So.
Wait, no, 20.
Yep.
Hit. And it's only 10 damage.
This one here was pretty heavily damaged by the
Radiance.
radiant damage. So it's yes. Again, you swipe through these ones. Both of those are dead ski.
See, and that's why I didn't move over to Rin.
I think I will do the key point. And
So as it currently stands, you've got one up ahead of you, which didn't move towards you guys, because Dave hit it with something, and then you got two behind, which are on Narlag.
yeah, I'll
I just realised I could have bashed one of them with my shields. But
Nah, don't worry.
I'll do a cool backflip
Yep.
because I'm on the table right now.
Yeah. Do a flip.
Do a flip. Land in front of Narlag.
Mm-hmm. He's like lands. So
Spend a key point for flurry of blows.
Mhm.
Punch one.
sure.
That's 18.
Yep.
7 damage.
7 damage. You sort of punch at this thing's face, and like part of the jaw like dissipates, and then the mist starts to form back in a little bit, but it's struggling to maintain its form.
I'll hit it again. That's a hit. 9 damage.
9 damage, and this time, yeah, with a second swipe, I guess I'm going to guess your left-handed this one here.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just basically like punches through, and then like punches through the middle of the chest, and then the face like falls in a shock, and then just like collapses, and the mist just like flows off and around your hand.
Punched a ghost to death.
Good job.
All right, Casimir. He's going to take 3 shots.
he's going to
at
sit back
the
and go,
fear
well,
one.
there's not much left for me to do.
No, that's the one.
I thought there was 2 more.
He's shooting at the feared one. So 3, 4, 5.
I was going to say, if it attacks you, I get to, as a reaction, attack it, but I doubt it's going to get to its turn.
Yeah, he basically puts like 3 shots into the one that Dave put fear on, and it's like 3 heavy hits. It's like thock, 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 and then the sort of the center mass, but it's just like maintaining its form still. Dave.
Dave's going to shoot that one that is closest to Narlag.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another Fear Ray and another Charm Ray, DC 12 Wisdom.
Passes.
Okay. Narlag is going to there's more ghosts in the Sickening Radiance, yeah?
Actually, the feared one would get hit again, so it would have had to do a roll while it was in there, didn't it?
Yes.
What was the save?
DC 15 Constitution, where it takes 11 damage.
In that case, between that and Casimir, the feared one is being wiped out.
Okay.
So it's just the one on you now.
Okay, so as Narlag's action, he's going to disengage, so he can't get an opportunity attack, and he's going to walk over to the jug and pick it up,
Okay.
turning Sickening Radiance off.
Glad you said that.
Yeah,
All right, you have the jug in your hand.
wicked.
I'm just waiting for you to kill Dave again. I think
Why
it's
you?
hilarious.
Are you doing anything with the jug?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm keeping it from you until you give me that book.
Okay, fair trade. Get the jug.
You're so happy with yourself. I got a metal jug that might be magicish. Why you?
It seems like attract ghosts, so like if that's what you're into, cool.
Well, I mean, as far as you know, that amulet we got earlier, all that did was attract ghosts.
No, it repelled ghosts.
It did the exact opposite. It repelled them into the ground. I was very clear on that. That's how that worked.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many more times I have to say it was Dread Amulet of Kadash.
You done vamping?
Sorry,
Have you
I'm not wasting time while I think. What are you going on about? You know what? You're wasting time while I think.
I've gotten
And you know what else? You know what
got
else?
wise
You know
to
what
your
else I
joke.
hate about you, Ryan? while we're on the fucking subject of me going through my list of spells, and also what does vamping even mean? That is actually quite offensive to the vampire. You know what? I got it. It's fine. Never mind.
Finally got wise to your game that uses spout ridiculousness while you're scanning through your spell list because you didn't think to do it between turns.
In my defense, I do spout ridiculous anyway.
Yeah.
You probably don't need to do that.
You were that crowd of one is like, yeah, fuck that guy. Wait.
No, I do it more than everyone else.
How many are actually left at this point?
One.
Just
On
one. And
Narlag.
there's 3 of us surrounding.
Oh no,
it.
it's not. It's not on Narlag anymore. It's on Ulrich because Ulrich walked up there and Narlag walked away.
But Rin's also there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peace.
True, Rin's there as well. So, there's one between Rin and Ulrich, and Narlag walked away and picked up a cup.
All right. Yeah, look, at that point, I'll just take care of that one. That's a firebolt.
Sure.
That is 12 to attack.
Yeah, hits just.
You don't have to fucking say it like that. It hits. It's fine. You can stop there. You don't have to be like it hits, but you're shit at this.
Well,
You've already picked your spell. You don't.
No, he's reading through to find out what damage dice he has to look for.
You're getting way too canny about this year. Like you've cracked some codes here. 13.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Okay. You see the fire sort of hit it and just like sizzle slightly. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought it would.
Wow.
Oh, fuck off. Damn ghost.
I honestly didn't think this thing would get another turn.
They're wet ghosts.
It's the ghost of the wet bandits.
So they're also just really shit.
well.
I'm sorry,
I
are you
think
alright? Are
we
you
already established that.
are you implying at the end of that movie, Macaulay Culkin kills them through,
Do you
through
think
traps?
anyone genuinely would go through those series of traps and not die shortly afterwards from severe like cranial bleeding?
Or electrocution, or frostbite,
Or just shock.
or- yeah.
Clearly,
Or being
Daniel
set on
Stern and Joe
fire.
Pesci in that movie are immortal, like revenants,
Which
because
is
they
what-
survived the first trap to go through the rest of the traps. They're cursed,
And
they're
then they-
cursed to haunt this.
And
young
then they
boy.
come back in the second movie with Donald Trump.
Oh, that's their curse.
Yeah.
Okay. This one here is going to take a swipe at.
Either way, if it attacks him, I get to attack it.
You know what? I'm gonna D6 it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Attacks Rin.
Wicked.
22. It hits.
That's it.
Oh, that was going to be a good number, then it became a bad number. 8 damage and a con save.
Come on. Getting fucked up, guys.
Don't forget your +3 from
Shiny.
Shiny Go Brightly. Is it more than 10?
It's 22.
Alright, you're good.
Alright, I get a reaction against it.
Sure do.
Ooh, there's 10 probably doesn't hit.
No.
Wow. Well,
You weren't ready. You
Yeah.
weren't ready for it.
true, and then it's my
And then
turn.
it's your turn.
Yeah, so. There's 11 to hit. Wow.
No.
Wow. Wow, I got a. Is that a 1? No, that's a 7. Okay, so that's 13.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Just like going up the list of numbers
Yeah.
until we hit.
I mean, does it matter how much damage I do? I guess?
Actually, probably not at this point.
I mean, I do 4. I do the minimum I can do against it, which is 4.
It only had 2 left at that
Yeah.
point anyway, but yeah, you sort of cleave through it. You did 4.
After
which then
3 attacks.
halved because of the thing.
Yeah.
Still only just got
Yeah.
it.
But I did 3 attacks against this thing, only just got it on the last one, and did the minimum damage I
Yeah.
could possibly do. Okay.
The last one sort of dissipates around your glaive, and the room is yours. The lights are still out. Narlag is standing on the other side of the table
You're
with
physically holding
a
that thing?
jug in his
Okay.
hand now.
Because if you weren't, I was going to walk up to it and just bash it with my shield. But if you're actually holding it, I won't do that.
I'm going to take a much closer look at this jug now.
Sorry, why not though?
You're just saying that to fuck with me, aren't you?
Okay.
No, not really. No, I really wouldn't think you would see the difference between like it sitting on a table and someone holding it. Like,
Well, no, if he was holding it, I'd probably.
It's not like someone's inspecting it, so we can actually determine what it is, rather
Yeah.
than just bash
If he
the shit
then
out.
dropped it, I'd probably walk up and do it. But
Tell me what you're doing to inspect this.
Like, I'm taking a much closer look at all like the symbols and shit on it. So
Yeah,
probably
clearly someone smarter than
Arcana
us.
check and maybe a
They're
history
into it,
check as
so-
well.
Roll the
They
Arcana,
know
Arcana
better
check
than
first.
Oh wait,
off.
no, Arcana and religion.
Okay.
Someone smarter than you, like someone that can read without counting on their fingers.
Yeah.
Does it have like a dent in it where I smacked it across the room? Cool.
So that was a 15.
This is the Arcana?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely has a magical effect to it. It appears to be something to do with.
How much mayonnaise can it make?
Oh no.
Ryan, can it make mayonnaise?
Answer the question.
You get the distinct impression it can produce a liquid with inside it.
Oh god, he had to be the one to pick it up.
You also had you also had the feeling that
It's
it's
ghostly
other
mayonnaise.
liquids put inside it may be transmuted somehow.
into mayonnaise.
Quickly pee it.
I try and pour out of it. Like, is there any liquid in it currently?
Not currently.
Okay.
Wait a minute, was this character or was it the last character who did that? I've already forgotten. I don't even remember anymore.
That had what?
That had the mayonnaise thing.
It was that,
That,
right?
that was,
It was
that was the
Avril
previous one.
in this
Oh,
in this
yeah.
game, but previous
Yeah,
very
like,
dead characters.
yeah.
I pour some water into it and then like try and I don't know activate it somehow by just like seeing if I press all the symbols and if that does anything and then try pouring it out.
Okay. You pour
Very scientific.
a reasonable amount of water into it and sort of swish it around. You look at this thing and then you sort of in the inscription there is something about command words to activate this thing.
And there's something about the
There
putting
is
water in it.
roll me investigation.
So that was a what's my investigation? That was 12.
12. Okay, looking through it, it's sort of written in like a poem or prose written around the side, but essentially you get the context. So if you put a poisonous liquid in there and speak the word Sifa, it will turn that poisonous liquid into wine, into a sweet wine.
It says super.
If it is empty, you can conjure 1 gallon of wine
So you're now,
with the command word of Fueler.
you are now Jesus.
I'm gonna have to write this down. Do I actually have to remember the codes words or is that
Yes.
Okay, damn it. Where the hell is my pencil?
There was one of those just screenshots from someone saying something funny on Twitter, and it's Jesus reading over the bill from the Last Supper. Why did pinching the bridge of his nose? Why did anyone order wine?
Or
I'm writing these down as well
bread
because
for
I
that.
made them up, so I need to remember them as well.
But I guess they might not charge for the bread, like if it's breadsticks. Or something.
It's really annoying when they go to like out for dinner because they don't order anything and they walk in and say, "Can we have a table for 24, please?" And they're like, "There's only 12 of you." They're like, "Yeah, we're all going to sit on one side."
I like that one. All right. So you have the cup.
Judas is there going, actually, I wanted a white tonight, you know. wasn't really feeling the red, so
Yeah, you're gonna get a red and you're gonna drink it. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know what?
Does
When
it
you have
does
some
it
money to
have
pay
any
for the
indication
wine,
on the
you can order.
poisonousness of the wine?
It's a
looks at the wine list. Heady piece of well.
It,
Where am I
it'll
gonna
give
get that
it'll
kind of
fill
money?
1 gallon of wine, but it doesn't say anything about the potency. I would just say not fortified wine, just regular.
No. Like, it doesn't say anything about like it. Like
That's good.
I'm
That gives
assuming
you
like
a
a
good-
sweet wine is poisonous,
Mhm.
but it doesn't say if the regular one is poisonous or if it's just regular wine.
Well, if you put a poisonous liquid into it, it gets transformed into an equal amount of sweet wine.
I'm not sure how useful.
It's making
if it's
wine. Like
empty-
either way, wine is coming out. Just
Yeah.
regular wine.
Like poisonous or like just tainted.
It's wine.
No,
it's
it's
just
wine.
wine.
No.
No,
the
poison.
liquid that goes in, does it have to be poison or can it just be like tainted water?
It says any poisonous liquid poured into the ewer is instantly transformed into an equal amount of sweet wine.
Okay.
So basically, any of the drugs you've made that you've accidentally fucked up, just chuck in there and it gets converted into wine.
Wicked.
Ah, beans. Beans indeed. Okay. Looking around this room. Looking around the room. Anyone looking around the room?
Hey, Ryan. Ryan, I'm looking around the room.
Okay. So looking around the room, you've got a large, very sort of rugged, not a very well looked after table now. Several chairs around it have sort of crumbled over time. You see the sort of the slight glimmer and like essence of a couple of dead specters. A bit of the dust is sort of turned up where the cup hit the ground on the far side. Aside from that, the room doesn't seem to have much else going on. The sconces around that lit up when you guys first opened up the doors are still extinguished. They seem to have all been part of this whole illusion that was going on.
There's no secret room with like a treasure trove of magical swords or anything.
No,
You know, like there's been for all the fucking.
I'll
noises.
tell you about it when I find it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No,
Will you though?
Yeah, you really won't.
Like a long time afterwards, say, hey, I actually found a real magic sword 2 weeks ago.
To
Like
the
It was
like,
rare.
like a real sword.
I couldn't use it, but I sold it, so you know.
on the eastern side of the room, there is another set of doors leading out of this room.
Hey, let's open those doors.
Yeah, I guess I go first. Oh, do you need healing, by the way?
I do. I'm dying, y'all.
Oh, for the record, if you failed any of those con saves, that's bad times. It's like,
That's
Yeah,
real
we-
informative for the record, Ryan.
had you failed, your maximum health would have been reduced by the amount of damage you took.
Bad.
Okay.
I can get
Plus
rid
side,
of that.
it would go away once you had a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Alright, there's necrotic.
It is,
Necrotic damage?
yeah, essentially.
How much?
It's sad times.
I don't know if I can tell you that. Just some. I've got like, I took like 18 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Are you healing me for that?
I tap you on the shoulder and you're all good.
Yeah.
Like the first of the South Park games where Butters is the paladin.
Yeah.
And it's like, there you go, buddy. Heals you up. All right. So you open up this door, and it opens up into that main hall where you guys had the initial fight. You are just ahead of you. See sort of the crumbled legs of the statue.
Oh,
You're
cool.
on one of the.
So we've gone back around. So that actually
looking at-
solves one of the doors that we needed to open as well.
You're standing at this sort of crumbled balcony, looking down at the statue. That's where the statue is. This is where you first came in and fought. You've walked up here into this room over here. Fought. Open this up. Balcony there.
Right, okay. Because I'm like, isn't that raised? But it is.
Because
we're in
you
the
always
raised portion.
still go in the raised portion.
Yeah.
The balcony section you're looking at is this black marble balcony overhangs the northwest corner of the temple, the floor of which lies 30 feet below. Nearly half the balcony has fallen away, and obvious cracks have formed near its ragged edge. It don't look particularly safe. Off to your left, though, leading off this balcony section, there is another set of doors leading north.
But it doesn't look safe to get there.
This balcony looks pretty fragile.
Except for maybe someone who could fly. Or...
Hey, Ren's gonna try it.
Okay.
Levitate. Take me with you.
Can you just levitate all of us?
Take me with you, Peter Pan. I mean, that could.
How,
That's spell slots, dude. Come on. I'm not fucking made of I'm
you
not
you
made of
walking
levitate.
across?
Yeah, I'm just like.
How much do you weigh?
Uh,
In pounds?
I don't know. I didn't write that down.
No.
I imagine he's pretty light.
He
He's
is
supposed to
light.
be like slight and stuff, but like he's still a
So-
medium shard. So
So
I don't know- I
you
don't know
think a
what
buck 20 is like a 120 pounds sort of?
sure.
120 pounds would be 60
50 to
kilos?
60
Yeah, it's
kilos.
like half.
It's light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also an elf.
Yeah.
And he has no armor, so you know.
So you start
I'm
walking.
not carrying any gear.
You start walking your way across there, and like some of the you hear like creaking of stone beneath you. A couple of cracks start opening up, and a bit of the
As
the
I'm
far edge.
stepping out on there, I'm like, Ulrich, maybe don't step out here.
Fair enough.
But you make it to the far side, then you get towards the doors, and like you hear stones and some of the flooring that's near to the edge start to crumble and crack and fall away.
Wait, what's the distance between here and the other door?
10 feet.
10 feet. Is that all?
You could jump
Oh,
it.
yeah, I
Is,
could
it,
easily
is there an
jump that.
angle that they could jump it?
Oh, I'll jump it.
Do you want to open the doors first?
I'll open the doors.
I mean, you don't even need to open the doors. I'll like bash through that shit.
Open them with your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, opening the doors. Also, wasn't terribly worried if this crumbled away because I got that whole fall damage thing going on.
Okay, so you open up the doors,
You know,
and sort of step away from this fractured balcony section. Inside this room, there is a bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west. Candlesticks draped in cobwebs stand on all four corners of the foyer. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove at the western end of the chamber. Slumped before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls of this shrine.
They're clearly liches.
Okay, so you step in there. Can you give me a wisdom save?
am I too far away from Ulrich now to benefit from his wing?
What's the range on
wait
that?
a second. It's either 10 or 30. I just need to remember.
That's going to make a difference.
Yes, I know.
That is quite literally the difference.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just checking. Right,
It's
cool.
10 feet.
You want to roll?
Yeah.
roll
I
it
think
anyway in the
is
mid.
I got a +3 wisdom.
10. It is 10.
13.
13. All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's going across next?
Was that actually why you literally tag along with me as a
Did he?
balloon?
Yeah, like if you're chill with that, then that
Yeah.
seemed like a way
If
to
you
start that.
okay, so
Carrying him
you
like a-
levitated yourself and you're hanging on as he goes
To
across.
carry you like
Okay.
a balloon.
So you see that whole scene as well. Can you give me a wisdom save?
I'm just gonna jump the shit.
Wait, why are they doing wisdom saves?
Well, we don't know
Dungeon
yet.
Master told us to.
Fair
I'm
enough.
pretty sure we're gonna.
Sorry, I was, I was,
16
I was
plus
looking
something?
something up on my
16
character.
plus something.
So, yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna jump that shit. Like 10 foot. Like that's just kind of like an extra long step for me.
Well, jumping also goes off your strength. So.
Yeah, I know.
Casimir casts fly on himself and flies across.
Fucking everyone seems to be made of flight. Yeah, I'm gonna athletics that shit.
What's Narlag? Dave can float across easily enough.
Grab hold of Dave!
I don't think Dave is strong enough for that. Narlag is going to get Dave to carry his heavier stuff across, and then Narlag is going to jump.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can also do that if you want. Like anything extra anyone has, I'll just take it with me. I got that shit.
Oh, I think I've got the things for jumping here.
Turn the light on. I just had the blinds closed because of the heat.
All right. Okay, so if you're trying to do a long jump, how were you trying to do a run up?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or
you,
given how high my athletics is, I might just do that shit from a.
so a long jump, you move if you move 10 plus feet and jump a number of feet up to your strength score.
Well, I got that shit.
Well, yeah, my strength score is 10,
Is
so
that
I
it?
can jump 10 feet.
Like, there's no roll.
When you make a so no, that's what you can what you can jump.
Because I
Don't
just
you have to
rolled.
make an athletics check for it as well.
I believe we might actually.
I got to 21 on my athletics check. So
13.
Essentially, I don't want to do fail.
hell, how much do you weigh? I'll take you with.
I don't know how much he was. Because
So what's number of feet and strength score?
It'd be like a because I got 18, so yeah.
18. It's a number of feet.
Oh
and
wait, it
strength
was a
score.
16. Oh, I forget.
yeah, no, I don't know how much Narlag weighs
17.
because if we go to his inventory screen on D&D Beyond TM, you'll find that he weighs about 750 pounds because it includes all the stuff I have in the cart.
Oh,
Yeah,
your actual weight. Looking at an average weight of a hobgoblin.
Laden or unladen?
wait, well, at the moment, at the
Oh fuck! I'm real sorry.
well, currently,
Oh my god, we nearly got through without a multiverse.
Fuck! That was
Well
that was
done.
me. That was
I thought
me
one
as
had
well.
been done
That was
earlier.
me.
Sorry?
I thought we did one earlier.
I'm
We've done
sorry.
references. No Monty Python ones so far, I don't
okay.
believe.
yeah, none directly at least.
You're just an elf at the moment, are you not?
Yeah, currently look like an elf. Like he'd weigh the same as an average medium person, so probably like 70 kilos.
So 70 kilos. All right. Do you want to try walking? So you've done the jump. You've basically done.
That being
You-
said,
you
if
made
I
the
realised
difference.
that he was having
Yeah,
difficulty,
sure,
I would have
I
put him
get
on my
it.
shoulder and done it.
Like he's just gonna try and get across as quickly as possible, like while also
I
like
don't think
like
you
I
get-
said, I'm gonna do the jump initially, and then like see how far I can get, and then just like quickly move.
Okay.
Oh, for
No!
no, you
So
don't.
you do that jump.
Well, like I already said, I did the jump and rolled for it.
Yeah.
So
Roll me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Fuck.
Because as soon as you land, like a good section of this balcony starts to crumble. So
But he's still within 10 feet of me because I'm only on the other side.
Yep. So,
So
you get that
extra
advantage.
That is a 12.
12.
Even with the
Okay.
extra 3.
That is with the extra 3.
Wow.
So you manage to
So wait, no.
you sort of drop and like this section crumbles beneath you, and you sort of try and sort of roll to get further
Can
on.
I roll the...
If you want to try and grab him, that would be athletics.
If you get a -1, I'm going to piss myself laughing.
A negative
Sorry,
one.
sorry. If you roll a 1.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't think it's possible for me to get -1. 16.
16. You see him sort of like the feet up to like the mid calf that fall through the stonework, and they're like crumbling around. He's like starting to sort of like roll forwards to try and get, and you sort of just grab hold of his arm like you're doing the forearm grip.
I also imagine, because I've gone like really quickly, that I'm not like
You're not delaying.
I'm not. Well, I'm also not lowering the amount of strength I'm holding you with this, so I'm probably just like crushing your arm as I grab you.
Just turn the arm to jelly. All right, carry me, please.
You're holding onto him, and the rest of this balcony just like crumbles down to the ground. So you're sort of like holding Narlag by one hand. He is sort of free. Yeah,
Actually,
dangling in free air.
Like how
I would
much?
imagine Narlag would probably be more dense than an average person because he has to be able to like shift everything around.
Or less.
Yeah,
'cause
I
you
mean,
have to be able to
less.
shift everything around.
Yeah, it's magic.
I'm sure the run up for Changes probably has an average weight.
He doesn't.
Okay,
Sure.
But anyway-
as this is happening, I'm imagining Rin is turning around. Like, he just calmly walked over there, carrying Wayu like a balloon. He saw Castamere sort of fly over gracefully, and then, like, Dragon wonks next to him. Narlag crumbles. He's
Okay. You sort of like holding Narlag. You sort of look over to the others, and you see. Well, you're sort of like holding it and like looking in to see if anyone's going to give you any help. At that point, can you give me a wisdom save as well?
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for you to ask. Wait, let me just.
Is there anything we can see happening?
You're about to. Well, you're not. You're not necessarily going to. Can you roll me one for Dave as well?
Okay.
I really hope it's less than 12 because I got 12. But I got, and that's with a +5.
That was
so-
apparently a good number.
Yeah.
What did Dave get?
Dave got a 12 plus his 3, so 15.
Okay. Everyone, with the exception of Wayu, had this overpowering urge just to walk towards that shrine beyond anything else.
What about Narlag?
Even, sorry?
overwhelming beyond the urge to let go of the levitating wizard that I'm holding.
Please continue.
Let's
see how this shakes
Depending
out.
on when it hit you, because if it hits you after you've already gone through, then
I suppose we open the door.
yeah, you had to open the door first.
Yeah, okay.
I can turn left side off at any point. I imagine I'm not going to until I feel like it, because this is kind of nice.
I opened the door and then I grabbed you and
Yeah.
got a wizard here.
Yeah. that wouldn't upset you, and this is kind of nice.
Okay. You also have this overwhelming urge to go, despite the fact that you're currently hanging on to Narlag.
Well,
Well, you sort
I
of
would-
was like, let him go.
Well, I could also take him with me,
That is not your prerogative currently.
Okay.
Your prerogative is going.
if that's what you say.
Can I try and
Westwood-
catch myself on one of the stones?
You're already dropping 30 feet. Relax, buddy.
Like, he's already lifted my arm above the stone. Can I at least try that?
Toughen up, princess. Come on.
You fall and take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I mean,
Oh, thank
wouldn't
goodness.
it be in like a?
it's only 30 feet.
I would
You've dropped 30 feet.
It would potentially be an acrobatics roll to try and.
Essentially, aside from yourself, the other 4, including Casimir, because he failed as well. Oh, sorry, 5, including Dave. Everyone is just moving. They're full speed.
That was a high DC.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was that an effect for being charmed? Because Rin has advantage here.
It is not specifically a charm spell
Okay.
or a charm effect.
Okay, cool. Because I also have another thing for charm effect. That's why I was just asking because I have a thing for that.
Oh yeah, I get that. It is not specifically a charm effect.
Cool.
But yeah,
I
you.
guess we're going to check out this statue.
It's a pretty nice statue. And like, what else are we doing here? We're here. We're poking around, looking at stuff. You're like,
The statue that has dead bodies at the base of
Wait,
it.
this coming from the guy who doesn't have the urge to go to.
I mean, like, I don't have like a mechanical urge, but like, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Man.
Everyone else seems to
like,
be digging.
like, finally, you guys are being cool for like half a fucking second. You don't know, like, oh, let's knock doors down and like throw trigger and shit. It's like fucking appreciating the architecture for once in your goddamn fucking lives.
So
I'm probably still polite enough to say sorry as I drop in.
yeah, sure. I can see that.
Sorry, buddy.
So, the four of you that are enraptured by this this shrine.
I'm imagining that I'm going to be getting there faster than everybody else because I have a walking speed.
You basically get there and you just sort of drop down to your knees and just sort of looking up at this faceless visage in front of you, and just taking in the aura and taking in the sights, and just your entire being just wants to look upon this.
Would I have seen the statue?
You did not get into line of sight of it.
Okay.
Did I though? Because I was turned around to grab him. So.
And then I described you specifically looking up at it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I'm not sure how that works, but okay, I'll believe you.
So, Narlag down on the lower level, and Wayu, who is not affected by this currently. You guys are in, because everyone else is basically over X amount of time
Casimir
at its
flying
base.
over to it.
Sorry?
Is Casimir flying over to
Yeah,
it?
he's basically flying over to it.
I'm gonna poof Dave out of existence and then poof him right back next to me, so he's not under its effect anymore.
So yeah, you poof Dave out of existence, and well, Wayu notices this because he's not enraptured by the statue. He's like, Deja's like,
How are you doing that?
That's part of the Find Familiar spell. You can just poof them out of existence and poof them right back next
yeah,
to you.
it is.
To cast Find Familiar spell?
I already did. To get Dave there, I had to cast Find Familiar. It's just part of it being up.
Yeah, it is. It is
Okay.
about something you can
Yeah.
do. as
On
well.
my walk over, so is this like an overriding, like just we're blind to everything else but this
Essentially,
thing? Or is it just I really want to go over there, but I'm also vaguely conscious of. My
You were sort
group?
of, it's thinking of like zombie mode sort of thing. Like you're still conscious a bit of your surroundings, but
Just you're really
every
into this statue right now.
every fibre of
Just-
your being
yeah.
wants to be in front of this statue and just
Because
gaze upon it.
like casting detect evil seems like a thing that I might do, but if I'm not cognizant enough to do that, then I guess.
Hit the lights, top light switch.
But yeah, Wayu, what's your plan? Narlag, what's your plan? And at this point, Dave seems to like break out of what? Wow. Okay,
Not a very good
Narlag and Dave,
electrician, but-
Wayu.
Narlag is back to being regular Narlag.
He's
'cause
sort of like he's like blinking slightly and just like shaking off this thing. He's like, boss,
boy, what the fuck are you doing?
that was crazy, boss. It was all I could think about was that statue.
I can't really call anything here to fix that now, can I?
What you doing down here?
I fell. You and that dragon man let me fall. Is anybody hearing me?
How far into the room is the statue?
20 feet. So you'd be able, if you're listening out for it, if you weren't enraptured, you'd probably sort of hear it. Why you'd probably hear it. Why you could definitely hear it. Hear him calling out. Hello.
Ah, you're there, good sir. I see you're unaffected by that statue.
No, it's real nice.
Yes, but everybody else seems to
What
be
does
in...
that? What does that actually look like?
Okay. It's a obsidian statue. It's kind of like a smaller version of that main statue that was in the that's been knocked down by the Otyog that had a foxy boy in its brain. But yeah, it's
Don't we
like,
all have a foxy boy
it's
in
like
our brain?
hood, faceless faceless face area, like long robes, but made of obsidian. So there's dark but sort of shined stone. That's what it looks like.
Gonna send Dave up there again.
Mhm.
See if he gets entrenched by it again.
Roll me on save.
That is a 13.
And
So,
you sort of, it's almost like you've got like cotton wool in your ears when you're like, when he's trying to, when you're communicating, there's this muffled sound like, as he's like floating back
Right,
towards
poof
him.
poof.
Like, you get the sense that his senses, his whole mind is just like clouded.
I might need to call in some big guns.
Why?
That statue has taken control of our friends' minds.
I'm honestly unbothered by that.
Yes, but we might need them to help us leave the temple and also cleanse this land of the man who's controlling them.
You're the worst, Barney.
We have time.
I can promise you additional boons from my patron if you wish.
What do you mean additional?
You're aware that I have been granted magical powers?
I mean, haven't we all? There's a lot of that shit floating around. Magic is quite free and easy in this place. Look at all this shit I got. I've been in for 10 minutes. Look at it. Just like open a box and like magic shit falls out. It's easy. Why isn't everyone doing this all the time?
Would you like some more power?
Careful, boy. Try and divorce player and character knowledge a little bit.
Yeah, you're not gonna get far with this. Like, it's a cool looking statue. I'm into it, and for once, like, you idiots aren't like dicking around being annoying about this. Like, everyone's finally into like a cool thing. Like, here is like a cool piece of like architectural history, and instead of like jabbering around and like summoning shit or like, I don't know, your thing.
Their minds are not their own anymore. They are not admiring it. They are under its spell.
I mean, honestly,
You
their,
seem-
mi-
you
their
seem
minds
very
weren't there.
full bottle of what is happening for somebody that isn't even in the room.
It's because I sent Dave up and I know what's going on with Dave at all times.
So you were present through Dave's senses?
Yes.
Okay, that means that you saw the thing.
Well, Dave saw it. Then it just sort of fogged out and I couldn't see it anymore. I know what's going on with Dave when he goes there.
Cool. Alright.
And then I poof him out of there.
Just,
I think that's actually a fair call. Like,
I mean,
that's
like-
actually a fair point. I would say that you would have to choose one of those two things.
You
Like,
either
you
know
either
what's
like you
going on
either
in
don't
there,
know what's
or
happening
you
in
see
the
it.
room, or if you do, you got to roll to be effective.
That
at it.
is
Well, that's-
fair, but
that's
you're also
Ryan's
being
choice.
very
Ryan,
obstinate
what's going
more
on
than
there?
I would think you would be, but like, yeah.
It's not obstinate. That's just like, you know, like you're standing there looking at the statue. Like, I'm gonna look at the statue. Like,
fair enough.
cool.
Yeah,
You're not
like-
you're not hurting yourselves.
Like,
full once, you guys aren't running around like butting your heads into walls or like summoning dark creatures from beyond. Like, for once, it's just chill. For like 5 fucking minutes, it's chill. Why would I break this spell? This isn't even a curse. This is just like a fucking timeout right now.
Okay.
So, Ryan-
I mean,
Like
you're very
walk
intelligent.
over and like sit you guys down. Like, you good? You got like a water? You got like a water? You cool? Man? Just like
Okay.
like chill out. I mean, like, look at the statue, huh? Like, how fucking cool is this statue?
If you're okay
Everyone,
with this.
Hey,
want some
hey.
orange juice?
Trevor, Ryan's trying to say something.
I love the bit. You manage to see through Dave's vision for that briefest moment until he fails, and then you lose connection.
Yep.
So you see him within the room and sort of facing towards this statue, and then fog. It doesn't affect you while looking through it.
Okay, and Dave would have described that he's getting affected by looking at something.
I doubt he would have got enough time to get that out.
Well, like me having him, like, you know, poofing
When he
him out
comes
there.
back.
Oh, when he comes back out again
Yeah.
and saying cleared up, he just goes, I got foggy and wanted to go towards this statue.
Okay, okay.
That's what you've got.
There's something in that room that's compelling them to go towards the statue. We need to figure out what it is, even if it's not the statue.
I'm not unconvinced that it's not just a real nice statue. You should come and check it out. Like, it's a real pretty statue. It may just be that like these guys haven't seen a real nice statue before.
Holy shit! You
You are
seen
the
Bird Box
worst.
yet?
You are being
Have you seen Bird
so
Box yet?
fucking instructive.
Has everyone seen Bird Box?
I
No, I'm gonna
haven't
get-
seen it, but I don't give a
I
shit.
know,
I'm not
I know
gonna
what
watch
it's
it.
about. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've seen that.
You're being one of those guys. You are.
You were the worst. Yeah.
You're just being so fucking
I
obstructive.
honestly
I am
have
keeping
no idea what
spoiler
you're talking about.
territory relatively free there, but you know what I'm talking about.
Watch Bird Box.
It's
I'm not
worth
going
watching.
to. I don't care for horror movies.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, okay.
All right. Well, I'm checking out the statue.
In what format?
I mean, to begin with, it would be like within the context of it being a trap. Like
So
this
investigation?
this is obviously trying to enact some sort of like purpose upon people looking at it, looking for any sort of obvious sort of intent or triggers.
Okay, so looking over it, first of all, you got the two
That was a
two
nat
corpses
20, by
in
the
front.
way.
Sorry,
That was a nat 20, by the way.
was it? Awesome.
So
So you got the
bloody
two
one.
corpses in front, which are looking quite desiccated. They look like they basically died kneeling in front of it.
Yep.
They are robed individuals, so they're looking particularly wizardy. But picking over them, because I'm going to give you a fair bit for a 20. Their books are gone. All their good shit is gone.
Oh man.
That's spelled out here. They don't have shit on them.
At this point, the wizard doesn't get anything more. He's fine. He's got plenty of shit by
He's
now.
got some stuff plus some.
He's got some stuff for the rest of the campaign.
You can also see in the stonework, like the stains of previous corpses. Like you got that, you get that sort of look when something's been dead somewhere for a while, it gets that sort of browny yellow stain on
Yeah.
stone. It's got that look. Like there's been things that have died there and stayed dead there before for some period of time. This is a long-standing situation of things get attracted to it and stay there till they just pass away.
But then something cleans them up.
Well, they got a guy that comes in. Yeah. For every other Tuesday.
Ted.
Every other century.
Ted comes through every 2 centuries and just clears away the bodies. All good.
Yeah. It's got nothing else to do.
The actual the statue, rolling over investigation, it looks like it doesn't look like a pure humanoid. It looks like some of the carvings you've seen of depictions of gods. So it's got,
Okay.
so
the ancient elvish god of just like chilling out and looking at statues.
it's
Statuonia. The great elven god of just like statues are cool.
you know what I mean though. Like it doesn't look like it's a depiction of a particular individual or even an idealized human or a person
Yeah.
or an elf or anything. It's got that sort of aura of divinity just in the craftsmanship about it. So it's a depiction of a god, not a mortal.
Okay, but I don't know which god. I couldn't say. That's
Roll me religion if you like.
Yep.
I'll give you advantage because of your fantastic
I am-
investigation.
I'm not going to need that. That is 26 or 26.
With the lack of face and the fact that any sort of inscriptions or even any writings around it have all been long since like worn out, and it looks like it's been worn out by people sort of touching. Like how some of the bases of the pyramids in Egypt are starting to get polished, and like they had to fence off the Stonehenge because everyone just wants to touch these things of ancient world, and they get that polished look. It's that sort of thing. It's like all the writing is just sort of polished away at the base.
Or that crypt in France of the dead guy who was apparently like an excellent lover, and his dick has been worn smooth by people rubbing his bronze dick for good luck. Have you seen that one?
I actually have heard of that.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's actually a thing. Yeah.
I don't
like
don't-
like
don't doubt-
fertility and yeah.
I don't doubt that for a moment. That sounds definitely.
They've,
Like,
they've got that roped off now. Like
That is something
Don't,
different.
stop,
They've
stop,
roped off-
stop
they've roped
touching his dick.
guys, just
Chill.
Stop being so damn thirsty.
I mean, that is something the French would do. Let's face it.
Yeah.
you put something to fertility in front of any culture, they're gonna go touch the dick.
Especially the French.
Go on.
I mean,
What do you
they're
have against the
French? They have an international reputation for being fucking horn dogs.
Well, I'm glad that France is not one of our stronger demographics so far.
Look, they're known for
I
being
know.
cheese-eating surrender monkeys and trying to fuck everything that moves.
They are the country that brought us Pepe Le Pew.
Yes, I know. I just wanted to see how much
Literally-
it of the whole.
The rapiest skunk.
Hold on a second.
And now
The French
we're back.
didn't bring us Pepe Le Pew.
But that did. He was
The French inspired Pepe Le Pew.
Okay.
Yeah. And now we're back. Sorry for that brief pause. I don't know what happened there.
That was
Something wrong.
weird.
Something went wrong with the audio there.
But yeah, you can't sort of
8 minutes worth of Baby Shark.
no.
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 I haven't heard Baby Shark. I'm glad of that.
Okay, so yeah, you can't identify the god even with the strength of that roll, but yeah, it's a deity of some form.
It's clearly Mars, because otherwise I wouldn't be in Rapture.
Oh, you're gonna be so disappointed, honey. Malak?
It's great.
I mean, like, is there a way I can get back up that
It's like
doesn't
me in
involve me
combat.
having to try and jump
It's like
another
me in
10
combat.
feet?
Well, it's 30 feet.
You know what I meant.
Do you have rope? Do you have
I-
grappling hook? Do you
I would have rope,
pythons?
yes. I would have rope. I probably would not have a grappling hook.
Or the other option is you can look around the base floor.
Well, I meant, like, I'm looking just, like, around the area, see if there's a way up.
What's your... Okay, what is your... Actually, roll a perception.
Natural 1.
I'll give you advantage because this is something that you've seen Rin do a few times now.
Natural 1.
Oh wow.
No, I'm kidding. It was a 13.
You spot sort of behind where the statue was, and you can still smell like the initial parts of the rot from the OTO that's crushed beneath the roll.
Smells familiar.
Behind it, you can see that same outline within the amber wall that you've seen Rin pick up on, and Ulrich go straight through, basically signifying a hidden door.
Come on, Dave. Let's try and push through.
I mean, you could just keep sending Dave and popping him back and sending him until he gets.
Because that's fruitful, and I can just do that for hours.
Yeah. I mean, like, eventually there's
Strength
going to be
check,
a
please.
point where he does resist it, but no.
Yeah.
Strength.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Actually, natural 20.
Okay. So you push this door inwards, and you see a staircase that leads straight up.
Wicked. I send Dave in like 5 feet ahead of me, and we head up.
Okay, so Dave heads up ahead of you and reaches sort of the end of this staircase, and there is just a wall, but you can see that it's got the handle in the inside, like it's the other side of a secret thing. At this point, because you're on the inside of it, you're not going to do the strength check.
But I am not going to be looking directly through it. I'm going to get Dave to open it, and yeah.
Okay, so opening it up, you're looking through Dave's eyes on this one.
Well, like I always am.
True.
That's, that's how it is.
Okay. It opens up into a 25 by 25 foot room. There is it's a stone library that has 20-foot high walls and 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in a hell. The black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the grey wall stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room. You are in a library.
Wicked.
It's quite understated.
Yeah.
Really? Very.
Yeah.
Why you?
Subtle decor.
Why you? What are you doing at the moment? Letting guys chill still? Or at some point are you gonna...
Look, if I've got as much as I'm going to get out of the statue, taking some drawings, you know. Grab Goofball here by the arm and just try to pull him away.
Okay, so
Name.
Yeah, but he's calling you goofball.
that's not it.
Is that not? I'm sorry. I fundamentally misunderstood our initial interaction. I misheard. I apologize.
Roll. Let's go with essentially roll like a grapple. So you're rolling an athletics check, and
hoping
Rin
you'd say
rolls an
initiative.
athletics or a acrobatics to try and resist.
I was really hoping you.
So which one's rolling which? Sorry.
You roll athletics,
Athletics?
and he can choose to roll athletics or acrobatics to try and break free.
I got a +8 acrobatics.
I figured you were going to go acrobatics.
And I rolled a 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think.
So he's so you sort of grab him by the arm.
I gotta like take you by the hand, like, you know, come with me. You're like, judo flip.
He sort of just like shakes you loose, and then sort of just goes back to like admiring the statue.
Okay. Muppet number 2.
Same deal.
Yep, same deal.
Acrobatic, but instead I get to use strength and punch him. Oh.
No, you can use athletics or acrobatics to resist this grapple. He's trying to drag you away from the
I
statue.
can't shove him away. Shoving is something I would do. I mean, I'm going with athletics because that's what
That's
my guy
athletics,
would
yeah,
do.
yep. You would try and like bodily resist, where
Yeah.
he would try and shake loose.
So
What did you get?
even if that's just standing my ground, which against a wizard would probably be enough, I get to 22.
Well, that's like 3 times what was necessary. Yeah.
Whereas mine was like a fluid, like shutting off what you were trying to do. You're like, doesn't move.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. You're like real into the statue.
Yeah, Casimir's there as well.
Yeah, another
You want to
wizard.
keep trying this?
No, I like
Literally going to try on the one person you might actually succeed on.
I mean, this isn't a great television, but like I would try each of them in turn.
Yeah, let's try Casimir. Oh boy.
I'm waiting for you to try magic missile or something,
We're getting there.
and then for us to roll initiative.
Athletics, yeah. 17.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Fucking say that up front.
So
what am I doing math for right now?
So even the mage sort of like just like pulls against you and just you.
Why do we only seem to roll well with, like in this situation,
completely
but not
fucking
against the
unimportant.
fucking
So
resist?
at
At
this
this point,
point
I'm
now,
standing there like, everyone's real strong in this party.
And I think your feelings are like a little bit frustrated now. Like before, it was funny, ha. And now that they're actively working against you,
Yeah, like this is actually some bullshit. Minor illusion. Everyone gets a blindfold.
Interesting, clever.
It's outside the box thing.
And
Wait. What?
what's it to resist that?
Is minor illusion stationary?
It's not for me anyway.
No, I mean for them, like, because like even if it's blocking
His
the
minor
eyes-
illusion works differently because he's an illusion school.
Oh, okay.
Because cool. With
Yeah, yeah.
What's it to
I believe it's a wisdom
Magino.
save on these.
And I'm guessing everyone's within 10 feet of me.
No, it's not even. Like if a creature can use its action to examine the image, and they can determine if it's an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check.
Okay.
But I mean, that's that's the difference. Like, it's not a DC that you roll. It's like they would have to have like.
Okay. I like this.
Intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like the three of you that are well, the two of you and Casimir that are enthralled by the statue, all of a sudden your vision just fades and goes dark, and it feels like
I'm blind.
Nice.
and you feel like this fog raise from your mind. Like, yeah, you feel like this fog and haze lift from your mind, and then you sort of, and you can start to like, turn your neck. It feels like a little bit stiff because you've just been like focused purely on this one direction. You guys are essentially free of this effect while you're
It's probably good. I don't like that music anyway. The
I was waiting for that.
yeah, someone has to do it.
Did they though?
Huh. Okay.
Not really sure how to handle this because like the instant reaction would be, "What the fuck is going on?"
Do we know? Do we have memories of what's just happened? Or okay.
You know that you've had this compulsion to go forward and look at this,
and now that
look
we
at the
can't
statue, and
see-
now you can't see.
yeah. So even as with someone with my low intelligence, I would probably put 2 and 2 together and make 6. And just be like, oh my god, this statue has made me blind.
Yeah, that's actually fair. Like, that's 2 + 2 is a jam sandwich, but like that actually
Yeah.
fucking hangs together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wait,
as soon as
wait,
there's
wait,
like
wait,
that
wait.
sort of like relaxing, like a spell is broken.
Although I would also be like, oh my god, I'm under attack and get ready. So I would probably go into battle stance or something.
Roll for initiative.
No,
as soon as-
Casimir starts looking around and turns and is like, "Is this your?" It turns sort of in your sort of vague direction. Sort of looking a little bit past, probably about 5 foot off your right shoulder, and just looking at you is like, "Is this your doing? Have you blinded us to protect us from what was going on then?"
So you were looking the wrong way.
And he sort of he turns and tries to correct it a little bit.
You're all good, buddy. It's just a little bit to the left, a little bit to the left. All good.
So
Okay. All
Rin,
good.
Rin had the statue right in front of him.
Yep.
Was just looking at it. Now he has the blindfold on, and he's not under its thrall anymore. But he is aware that he was thralled until a minute ago.
Yep.
He is going to swing blindly at where the statue was,
All right.
angry at it having taken control of his mind.
Yeah.
All right.
I've activated my shield, got out my glaive, and I'm just like, if I hear a noise, I'm gonna start swiping.
This will be with disadvantage because you're blinded.
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
But it's
So
also a big step.
It's also a fucking stat.
it's like a statue that's right in front of me. But
Yep.
So I was figuring it. Anyway, yeah, just swing at it like trying to topple it over or whatever. I rolled a 20, and then a 2. That's a 12.
Does it make some sort of clanging noise or like?
So you,
'Cause I'm
your,
probably gonna
your
attack
hits
it.
is like you hit your stick
It was
against stone.
disadvantage because I was blinded, so
Yeah.
I rolled a 12 ultimately.
So you're you hear like the sound of like wooden staff against stone. It's just like this, and then you hear this sound like thunder went off beside you, like and hit the ground 10 foot away from you. So it's sudden like
I swing at that general area.
do it.
The statue or the thunder?
At the noise, just like the sound of you attacking and the sound of the thing.
He's got a pretty big sword. Like it's covering the whole area. He doesn't really have to aim at this point.
I got
9 then 19, so plus was it 6? No, 3 or whatever it is.
Should be plus 7. Yeah, plus 6.
So 15.
15. Your glaive again sort of connects with the statue. It's made of obsidian. It's a pretty fucking hard stone.
Oh, yeah.
A wooden stick and a bit of metal is not going to really fucking make a lot of damage in it. But you feel it sort of like hit. You hear the sound like a splinter of stone just like across the ground, and then just this time off to your left, you hear this crack of thunder.
Does Nala hear this?
I charge.
You can hear it
At
all
the-
the way through. Like you can hear it upstairs in the next room,
Actually,
clear as day.
do I have a direction now? Like, so where? Like, I've hit.
You
this
know where
thing.
you hit it.
Lightning.
At the second boom, like this is like shit has gone wild right now. Everything was fine. I'm not worried about any of this because I
I've just
was
heard
never affected.
thunder.
As soon as those blindfolds went up, you guys went fucking buck wild. Shit kicked off. I like launched back and dropped the illusion.
In that case, 1, 2, 3, re-roll your saves. Casimir saved.
So it's a plus 3 from your thing. It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yes, it is a plus 3.
I got a 16.
16. You're fine.
1 plus 5.
Okay, so you sort of you're winding up, ready to strike at this statue, and then just sort of like go back into more like a stationary guarding position with your polearm glaive, and then sort of
With my shield kind of hovering next to me.
and then sort of just serenely start focusing back on the thing.
Statues are pretty cool now. I
But
think.
yeah,
I was about to
Casimir
lightning
and,
breath the
and
thing,
Rin
so-
are unblindfolded and now also not.
There,
not-
it is clearly some sort of cursed roach trap. Maybe try it best not to look at it. I don't think attacking it is going to be the best option.
This statue took control of my mind. We are destroying this thing.
We're destroying it, but the manner in which we're doing it perhaps isn't.
Immediately,
isn't
like he's looking at like the bottom edge of it to see if there's like a leverage to sort of tip it over.
Yeah, go for it. With this one here, I'll give you a strength check with advantage because you're using your thing like a crowbar.
Yeah. I rolled a 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So you get your.
I don't even have to roll it again. That was on the first one.
That's fine. You get your staff in there and sort of like levering at the bottom and sort of like swinging your entire weight on there, pulling right down. The whole
Spinning
sca-
around and like landing on top of it and
Yeah.
pushing down.
It starts to like tilt forwards, and then you sort of spin around and get to another angle, get out of the road and like pull it, and then the whole statue just like tilts forward and then collapses forward, and the head breaks free, bounces across the ground, and Ulrich, you
Die.
Instantly.
Just like
Blink
have,
out of
a,
existence.
have a heart attack and just
You
die.
do take 10 damage because you just did not conceive of the idea of moving out of the road, and that's just bludgeoning damage as the statue sort of collapses down and sort of cracks your right shoulder as it falls.
I wouldn't get a dex save on that.
Nothing whatsoever. But as soon as that head
Shield
breaks
doesn't-
off, sorry,
Shield doesn't help at all.
you are enthralled by this thing falling into you, just watching it fall at you. This is an enthralling. But as soon as that head breaks off, that cloud lifts. You feel that searing pain in your shoulder because you just had a statue
I'll
fall
lift the
across it.
entire thing off me and throw
It's
it.
not pinned you. It's like cracked you against the shoulder as it fell past.
I-
But at that
I
spell
kick
is
some-
broken, you hear this third crack, like loud crack of thunder.
I kick some of the stones just to show that statue.
Rin doesn't take kindly to mind control.
And I think with that,
I rolled really
we'll probably
bad.
leave it for this session because we're just hitting on 7 now.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place to leave it with Narlik and Dave up in the library, and the rest of you just broken free
I'm
of
gonna
the.
instantly heal. Mostly so I don't have to
Oh,
bother
don't
changing
worry about
my
next
thing.
time. Yeah, with you guys in your
Having
various spots
defeated the appreciation of architecture.
and art.
Yes.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.